Live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center in Homestead, Florida. This is the 2021 Superkarts USA Winter Series on the EKN Radio Network.
DNJ Intermodal Services Micro Swift on the racetrack now. Keelan Harvick again has all but locked the championship up coming in to this main event. It is just strictly going to be about who wants to come out and get the last checkered flag of the 2021 SCUSA Winter Series. Gianmatteo Rousseau put on a great performance in the pre-final to build a gap and kind of hold it over the leading trio. Alessandro Truscio had a good run, ended up second after the checkered flag finally flew. And the Parallel USA driver are going to get joined Gianmatteo Rousseau on the front row with that performance. Ethan Tovo had a lot of speed as well. He lines up fifth right behind Keelan Harvick. And to Harvick's outside, it'll be Isaac Malcutt in the number 72 Kart Republic. A chassis change overnight found him a little more speed. He was a little bit closer to where he needs to be today, but again, a couple spots back from where he'd like to end up. Your top five, that is set. The rest of the field is also lined up. For Micro Swift, we head down to turn one for the green flag, and we get it. We're racing to the first corner with the first main event of Sunday. Looks like a good bit of chaos there through turn number one, but everyone's going to make it out of two. I don't think we've lost many, and your top 5 or 6 are lined up as they exit turn 4. Everybody chasing Gianmatteo Rousseau. Keelan Harvick into second as they go for turn 5. He'll stay right behind him. Ethan Tovo makes it Nitro Karts 1, 2, and 3. And Augustus Toniolo, who had the great qualifying performance, the P2 result yesterday, came through the field after getting wrecked in the first lap of the pre-final, just goes to third right there in turn 8, and has had a great start here to the main as well. Keelan Harvick to the lead over in 10. That was a move we haven't really seen a lot of guys be able to pass out of 9 into 10, and right back on him, Gianmatteo Rousseau looking to the inside, maybe going to at least defend and cover off the inside, but here comes Augustus Toniolo in the train. 5 drivers strong here to start the main event. Once again, it's the Hunt Brothers Pizza Nitro Kart out in front. Here comes Augustus Toniolo to the rear bumper of Gianmatteo Rousseau for second. Not going to go to the inside in turn 4. We'll see if he ducks to the inside into 5. He's a little ways back, though. Not going to do it this time. A little breakaway beginning to form now for your front 7. All the way going back to Braden Zerves, I believe. One driver right behind Alessandro Truscio. That's Hayden Wise, actually, in the 28, and just tried to get by Truscio into 8. Could not. Now looking inside to 10. Still can't do anything there. Truscio holds 6th. P5 is Isaac Malcutt, and down the front backstretch, Toniolo, meanwhile, has gone to second. Now looking for the lead as Gianmatteo Rousseau is under pressure from Ethan Tovo for third. Once again, a great start here for Augustus Toniolo, flipping the script of the pre-final, moving straight to the front and to the lead with that pass down in turn number 1. So Keelan Harvick back to second. Augustus Toniolo leads the way out of turn 4. Harvick, then it is going to be Rousseau, then Tovo. Here comes Rousseau to the inside of Harvick. Turn 5 for P2. He's going to get through there. Keelan Harvick back to third. Gianmatteo Rousseau back into second. And Augustus Toniolo with a couple kart length advantage due to the pass. Beyond your front 7, Lucas Palacio leads the next group. Then it's Ashton Woon, Rocco Simone, Tristan Murphy, the drivers that have fallen down the order. Sebastian Cortez was the one that really got tangled up in the first corner. He lost 8 spots from where he started. The rest of the field about the same as they come by the start-finish line. Toniolo leading by 3/10 over Gianmatteo Rousseau, Keelan Harvick, Isaac Malcutt, Ethan Tovo, Alessandro Truscio, and again Hayden Wise, making it 7 drivers in this leading group. Augustus Toniolo turned 10 years old yesterday. Spent his birthday at the racetrack, had a big crowd of family and friends hanging around the RPG Cosmic 10. And while he wasn't able to score the win yesterday, I'm sure he'd still consider it a birthday present or a birthday weekend well done if he was able to do so today. Out of turn 9, it's a 3 kart length gap back to Rousseau still, so he's not in the clear. But he's doing a good job holding his own and keeping that margin where he can run his normal line, hit his marks, and not have to worry about being passed from the drivers behind. Keelan Harvick is trying to help his Nitro Kart teammate get forward, but as they go down the front stretch, that gap opened up a little bit. Toniolo, quickest on the racetrack, out in front. 53.378 for Augustus when they go through turns 2, 3, now back over to turn 4. Still no changes for your top 5. Alessandro Truscio actually was the only change. He was able to get by Isaac Malcutt last time by to move into 5th. That was a little bit sooner. Now he's working to the rear bumper of Ethan Tovo for 4th. Truscio again started 2nd, got muscled wide there in the first corner, lost about 5 or 6 positions. He is trying to charge back forward before the packs separate. And there's already a little bit of separation from Keelan Harvick back to Tovo, just working lap number 4 now. 5 laps complete this time by. Look at the gap here continuing to grow for Toniolo. There goes Truscio down the inside for 4th. He's clear with Isaac Malcutt. They shuffle Ethan Tovo back to 6th. I'm curious to see how long Keelan Harvick is content to wait behind Gianmatteo Rousseau, because they're not really gaining much time on Augustus Toniolo with this setup, with Harvick in line pushing, Rousseau out in front. Toniolo's lead at about 5/6 tenths of a second. Last time they at least matched his pace, but no big improvements. And behind him, just as Truscio went through in the final turn, he overshot it and Malcutt went by. So did Tovo once again. So Isaac Malcutt is now to 4th. Tovo is still P5, and Alessandro Truscio is 6th. Battle for 7th has changed hands, I believe. Hayden Wise has fallen back to the bumper of Ashton Woon, and Woon has gotten by this lap around. We'll see that update when they come by the stripe. Battle for 4th again. Tovo on Malcutt through in the final turn. Six laps complete. 14 to go here. DNJ Intermodal Services Micro Swift. Augustus Toniolo just trying to hold that gap he's built here back to Keelan Harvick, who has finally gone by Gianmatteo Rousseau. And Rousseau with a nice gap back to Tovo thanks to all the battling that has been done here for 4th. It is Tovo, Malcutt, Truscio in that order. 4th, 5th, and 6th. Ashton Woon is 7th. Hayden Wise is 8th. So now with Harvick out in front and Rousseau as the pusher, we'll see if they're able to make up any more time. Nothing too crazy happening out in front right now. We're going to come by the stripe this time. Put 8 laps in the books. 12 laps to go. Augustus Toniolo just trying to pull away on his own. 53.050. Even with Keelan Harvick and Gianmatteo Rousseau working together, they are 9 tenths back. We're a tenth of a second slower last time by. Isaac Malcutt has pulled away from Ethan Tovo as he and Alessandro Truscio have begun to shuffle a little bit the last few laps. That's opened the gap up nicely for the AKT Kart Republic, but even Malcutt himself is not quicker. Toniolo going purple right now, midway through this race by himself. No rabbit to chase, no extra draft in front or behind. This is all off raw ability, although Keelan Harvick and Gianmatteo Rousseau look like they might be catching up a little bit this time by. The gap was up to 8 tenths. They are definitely on a good one this lap, and I think Toniolo might have made a little mistake. And now the gap back down to 5 kart lengths. 9 laps complete, 11 to go here from Homestead for Micro Swift. Definitely a mistake there from Toniolo. While Harvick did hit his personal best, it was not quicker than the overall best time set by Toniolo the lap before. Toniolo just lost about 4 tenths with a bobble that last lap. So now as they exit turn 4, Augustus Toniolo, 3 kart lengths, will have to build that gap once again. It's going to be harder as everyone's feeling pretty good here right as we work the halfway mark. No one's fading off. Everyone's karts probably come in, and they are all feeling decently good. Isaac Malcutt again still sits 4th. Ethan Tovo 5th. Truscio 6th. Ashton Woon and then Hayden Wise 7th and 8th. Tristan Murphy is 9th. Jaime Garcia 10th. 8 laps to go here with Keelan Harvick back out in front. Toniolo back to second. This race has been cracked wide open again. Toniolo was right on track to pulling away. A little mistake, opened the gap back up. Now he goes back down the inside on Harvick in turn 4. Toniolo back to the lead. Harvick back to second. He ducks out again into 5. Keelan Harvick this time. Can he bring his teammate with him? Gianmatteo Rousseau side by side with Toniolo. He can't hang on. Great back and forth battle here for Keelan Harvick and Augustus Toniolo. 2 drivers that have been at the forefront of the Micro Swift division for this entire Winter Series championship. And again, with Harvick winning all 3 main events, Toniolo trying to knock him off on the final main event of the series out of turn 12. It is 7 laps to go. Plenty of racing still to come. Toniolo pushing him down the front stretch towards turn 1. Gianmatteo Rousseau nearly got down the inside of Harvick as Toniolo went by him again. Now over to turn 4. Rousseau looking a little bit hungry to maybe get into second as he's watching these passes go down for the lead and not being able to follow through with either one of them. Oh, we got a spinner on the front straightaway. One of the Parolin drivers, the number 76, still battling up front. 3 wide nearly for the lead. Keelan Harvick back to the top spot. Toniolo holds second. Rousseau still in third. Here comes Isaac Malcutt in the 72. This is exactly what Isaac Malcutt needed to happen here to be able to fight for the win as they rocket down the back straightaway. Toniolo pushing Harvick away from Rousseau, now looking to go for the lead into the last turn. He's got it. Toniolo back to the lead. Gianmatteo Rousseau not going to work with Harvick. He wants to go to second down to turn 1. And he's not going to be able to do so as Harvick held on. But Gianmatteo Rousseau is getting impatient behind. Isaac Malcutt is coming. And again, Harvick trying to lead, trying to get guys to push him. Well, now Toniolo has adopted the same strategy. Neither one wants to give up the top spot. And Toniolo defending as they go to turn 5. And he's got to be careful depending how much he moves up the racetrack once he goes down to the bottom, whether the officials catch it and approve. Into the carousel. Harvick bangs pods with him. Does not get the spot. Toniolo holds the lead. Augustus Toniolo, Keelan Harvick throwing haymakers back and forth we go. Here comes Harvick again. Toniolo covers the inside, trying to block him. Harvick with a crossover, has the momentum. Here comes Gianmatteo Rousseau, 3 wide for the lead down to turn 1. Unbelievable stuff in Micro Swift. Rousseau able to get through to the lead for a moment, and I believe Toniolo has been shuffled all around. He's back out in front. Rousseau to second. Malcutt now for third in turn 4. He's got by Harvick as well. Keelan Harvick just got absolutely swallowed up there in turn number 1. Augustus Toniolo back out in front here. This time by it'll be 4 laps to go. 3 kart lengths the gap, and it's a 4-driver lead pack now. Alessandro Truccio is 5th. 6th is Ethan Tovo. Since nobody wants to work together, the pack and all the passing continues to bring more and more drivers into it. Augustus Toniolo here again. Birthday weekend, trying to get that elusive SCUSA Winter Series win. Harvick's won all 3 rounds here, so that puts Gianmatteo Rousseau and Isaac Malcutt in the same boat, trying to break through to the top step of the podium for the first time in the championship. Through turns 2 and 3, Rousseau close. Will he be close enough to fight him into 4? Yellow flags. Not going to wave there. I thought they were waving for a moment, but it is still too far back for Gianmatteo to catch up to Augustus Toniolo. Now Keelan Harvick, a little mistake has cost him some more time. Isaac Malcutt right on the bumper of Rousseau as they come out of 5. Good exit for the Nitro Kart driver, and the Kart Republic drops back a kart length. All in all, Augustus Toniolo doing a great job leading this group, making sure he does not fade back further than second. Every time he gets past, has an answer right back at it. And when you have these big packs, you never know when an incident for second or third could split them up. So you want to be at the front of it as much as you can. 3 to go this time. Augustus Toniolo leads down to turn 1. Still no pass made yet from Gianmatteo Rousseau. Then again, third on the racetrack, Isaac Malcutt. Little gap to Keelan Harvick. We have not yet seen a pass. We're going to see something here real soon. The double sticks will come this time by Augustus Toniolo. Mateo Russo, Isaac Malkin, all three looking for that first Micro Swift SCUSA Winter Series win. Will it come today? They've got a big gap back to Keelan Harvick, and it's growing. Malkin on the bumper of Russo. He'll push him down the back straightaway. 2 kart lengths to be made up to Augustus Toniolo. 2 laps to go here in Homestead. Here comes Malkin looking for second down the inside to turn number 1. Is he going to get it? First corner, Isaac Malkin trying to move to P2. He's through. Isaac Malkin to second. 2 laps to go. 3 kart lengths, nearly 4 to be made up. Is Rousseau going to work with a 72? He will for now as they come out of turn 4. Malkin with a mistake, though. Here comes Rousseau to the outside into 5. Keelan Harvick getting back into it. Now around the outside. Mateo Russo almost there. Keelan Harvick getting back into the mix, but the gap to Augustus Toniolo is growing. They battle again for second. Rousseau gets through. Harvick nearly through into 9. Not there. But Malkin back to third. He just got into second. Makes a bobble at the absolute worst time when you're trying to prove to the driver that you just passed that you have the speed and they don't need to pass you right back now. Already, Rousseau is defending for second. The lead is all over a second. 1.3 seconds for Augustus Toniolo. 1 lap to go here in Homestead. What a picture-perfect way to end his birthday weekend. Just turned 10 years old. Augustus Toniolo trying to hang on out of turn 4. Nice gap, still holding. Rousseau, the battle for second. Down the inside to turn 5. He will cover it off from Isaac Malkin. Here comes Alessandro Truchot back into the mix. Ethan Tovo is on the way. If they make a mistake for second or third, that podium will change. Through turn 7, turn 8, turn 9. Harvick can't get by. 2 turns to go. Augustus Toniolo down the backstretch for the final time. Has to jump through every hoop you can imagine to come all the way from Brazil. And now, just turned 10 years old. Happy birthday, Augustus Toniolo wins in micro. Mateo Russo holds on for second. Isaac Malkin finishes third. Keelan Harvick fourth, and Alessandro Truchot will round the top 5. What a battle here all the way through the main event, and a huge congratulations to Augustus Toniolo for getting his first career Micro Swift SCUSA Winter Series win. We'll take a short break on the EKN Radio Network. When we come back, KA100 Junior, presented by PK Sports, will be on track.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Allenberg Racing Schools, Parolin USA, Kart Sport North America, and Cooper Tires.
Located in Mooresville, North Carolina, on-site at GoPro Motorplex, Kart Sport North America features over 6,000 square feet of retail space. Along with being the official race team and distributor for the Kart Republic chassis, they offer full retail sales, kart service and storage, and products from the top brands in the sport such as CZ Chain, Talon Sprockets, SKF bearings, and Prisma tire gauges. If you want to take your racing to the next level, they also offer driver training and coaching programs available trackside at GoPro Motorplex. They have a massive inventory, so head to their online store at kartsportna.com to get same-day shipping of the parts and components that you need. While you're there, check out their used section of karts, engines, parts, and accessories. Kart Sport North America. Top quality products, winning brands, and professional driver development services.
All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and Esprit chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the Rock Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, Xpree, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly. Now back to the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida, on the EKN Radio Network.
So welcome back here to AMR Homestead-Miami Motorplex. Main event number 2 on the racetrack now here. Chase Hand with a comfortable championship lead. It's not fully locked up. Colin Lloyd has an outside shot, but he has to be absolutely perfect. Race win, fastest lap, max points, hope for the best. We'll see if he can get it done here. They are onto the front straightaway now. He did a great job winning the pre-final, but it's a little bit closer than yesterday. We're underway here down to turn 1. Good start, it looks like, for your KA Juniors. Everybody going to make it over to 2 through turn 3. Oh, we got one driver turned around about midway through the field, collected with another one. Hard to tell, but that might have been Salim Hanna in the Burrell Art Team Montoya entry that got turned. Great start, though, for Christian Miles in the Race Factory entry. Has gone through to the lead. Colin Lloyd to second. Sebastian Weldon to third. Fourth is Chase Hand. Fifth looks to be Rowan Gill. Coming down the back straightaway for the first time, the Race Factory newly signed Smith Brothers karting driver out of the final corner will lead lap number 1. His first lap led this weekend. Battle for third. Chase Hand down the inside on Sebastian Weldon will get clear. Rowan Gill also getting shuffled back 2 positions. Slots in line to what looks to be about 7th or so. But a 2-driver breakaway to begin the main event here. Colin Lloyd going to go for the lead himself. Christian Miles trying to defend, and he'll hold the lead there by going to the center. Keeps Lloyd behind him. Miles knows how good Colin Lloyd was, and it's almost a deja vu, but roles reverse for Christian Miles. Last year, Brent Cruz got in front of him and blocked for nearly the entire KA Junior main, and now Christian Miles finds himself doing a little bit of the same here, trying to defend on lap number 2, and Colin Lloyd making mistakes because of it. Just went wide in turn 11, popped over the curbing really hard, and here comes Chase Hand. Here comes Sebastian Weldon. Cole Kleck in the 882 moving forward as well into 5th. We talked about that impressive run that Cole Kleck had put together yesterday. Such a great drive in the works. Was running 6 when the chain popped in turn 3. Sidelined his day, gave him a DNF instead of what should have been a hard and well-deserved top 10, potential top 5. Now he's into the top 5 once again here on Sunday, looking for a good result. Cameron Brinkman runs in 6th. 7th is Rowan Gill. 8th looks to be Austin Jers. 9th, Luke Welcome. 10th, Evagoras Papasavas. But up front, Christian Miles with the early lead here in the Smith Brothers Karting Race Factory entry. We saw in qualifying today, Chase Hand and Christian Miles able to close the gap up to Colin Lloyd. Miles was the fastest driver throughout practice day, just didn't seem to have everything right when it came to the race day. Now through turn 1 here, Lloyd back to him. Through turns 2 and 3, Christian Miles, Colin Lloyd. Over to turn 4, will Lloyd try to go for the lead again? No, he's gonna wait in line for now. Let's see what we've got over by turn 5. It's a 4-driver party up front. Here comes Lloyd to the inside. For the lead, Colin Lloyd to the top spot in turn 5. Christian Miles back to 2nd, slots in line nicely. Chase Hand still 3rd, Weldon 4th, Kleck 5th. Down the back straightaway, Sebastian Weldon shoving away on the rear bumper of Chase Hand, trying to push him forward to Christian Miles. Give him an opportunity to fight for the lead, fight for 2nd. They got right up there as they got down to turn number 1. And again, Cole Kleck just needs a couple passes. He'll get into the mix once again. Cameron Brinkman needs a few passes as well. He'll bring 5 drivers along with him if they all stay together, including Gill, along with Austin Jers and company. But over to turn 5, 1 cart length already. The cushion for Colin Lloyd as he exits the corner. Decent exit, nice launch. Miles cannot do anything but just watch him pull that cart length cushion away and then be too far to be able to challenge. Down the backstretch, we'll see if anyone can mount a charge here this time. No one connected up front. Kleck on the way, making up some more ground on the Arcane Motorsports livery X-Spree. Evagoras Papasavas trying to get by Cameron Brinkman. Oh, sends Brinkman wide. And Luke Welcome gets by both of them. That's back for 8th. Great heads-up driving there from Luke Welcome to go through. That's going to separate them all out a little bit, though. Gives Rowan Gill and Austin Jers some breathing room. Jesus Vasquez Jr. running right behind that group, kind of on his own. And then the rest of the field's pretty spread out, to be honest. Again, we mentioned Salim Hanna was the driver that got turned around. He had a good pre-final he put together. Unfortunate to end, or to start the main event, spinning and looking at the field going by you backwards. Colin Lloyd's gap now beginning to open up a little bit more. The race factory of Christian Miles feeling the heat here from Chase Hand. He'll need to get by him soon if he wants to hold on to Colin Lloyd's coattails, because he's already pulling out to 4 cart lengths by turn 5. Again, what a great breakout performance here for Colin Lloyd. We mentioned that for him to have any kind of shot at this championship, he needs maximum points. He needs to win the race, needs to get the fastest lap of the session as well. He's doing what he has to do right now to get an outside shot at this title. Sweeping championship weekend would definitely put him back in contention. Out of the final turn here, another lap led for the 816 Type 1 Diabetes Racing Tony Kart. And here we go for second. Chase Hand on Christian Miles, got him. So Chase Hand, the championship leader coming into Championship Sunday, now goes up to P2. Miles under pressure from Weldon will block the inside in turn 4. Over to turn 5, Weldon stays in line, doesn't pull out. He'll stay back and forth, give Christian Miles some time to close back up to Chase Hand, but that gap already at 3 cart lengths. We'll see if Weldon's able to get by Miles and go right up to Chase Hand. Otherwise, it'll be a driver-to-driver, heads-up, head-on lap time brawl here between Chase Hand and Colin Lloyd. If Hand can run him down, get into the draft, he could fight him. If Lloyd is able to match his pace or continue to go a little bit quicker, he'll be able to pull that gap way out of the drafting range and again make a smooth and easy finish to his weekend. Eight laps in here to this 22-lap final. 14 laps to go. Colin Lloyd, again, right now where things stand, he does have that fastest lap. And of course, if the race were to end this way, he would have the race win. So that's maximum points here for the 816. Qualifying on the pole, pre-final win, final win, fastest lap. You can't ask anything more than that. Chase Hand trying to minimize the damage, running in second. He's pulled away from Christian Miles. In fact, last time, he might have actually been a little bit quicker, I think, than Lloyd. Indeed, Chase Hand taking fast time honors, going a 10th and a half faster than the race leader. But Colin Lloyd, such a great exit there out of turn number 4. Pulls that gap open once again, but he's going to need to keep pushing. 50.285 to a 50.297 by 12 thousandths of a second right now. Chase Hand is saving his championship by keeping Colin Lloyd from getting the fast time honors. Let's see what the lap times look like this time by coming up on halfway. 10 down, 12 to go. Lloyd a 50.3, Hand a 50.3 as well. It stays at 8/10, does not grow any bit closer. Christian Miles, 50.289. So he goes even a little bit quicker than the best lap so far by Colin Lloyd. But again, just so hard to be consistent here at AMR Motorplex with as long of a racetrack as it is, and of course, with all the curb pounding they have to do to be able to run laps even within a couple tenths of each other. Takes a lot of focus, a lot of skill, and a lot of credit definitely is due for these KA100 Juniors. Down the backstretch once again, Colin Lloyd, little squirrely exiting turn number 11, but that gap should be still about 8/10 when they come by the line. 11 laps in, 11 to go, halfway exactly. Colin Lloyd, 2.64. Chase Hand keeps the fastest lap out of his reach, 50.246 for Chase Hand to the 822. Everyone's spread out pretty nicely up front, about 8 cents to a second between all of your top four. Cole Kleck still running in the 5th spot. Luke Welcome, Austin Jers, the next ones. Then it's Ava Gorth, Papa Savas, Rowan Gill, and Cameron Brinkman, your top 10. Beckham Jasir's comeback drive has him up to 11th now. Good recovery here for Jasir, having just gotten by Jesus Vasquez Jr. With such a great job here for Colin Lloyd to hold that gap as he has been, to continue to put down good laps, lap after lap here for Colin Lloyd. 1 second between Lloyd and Chase Hand as they come through 10 and 11 down the back straightaway. It'll be just a handful of laps remaining here in KA100 Junior over the halfway mark. Unfortunately, Chase Hand still owns the fast time honors. 50.13 to a 1.7. Let's see what it is this time. 50.29 to a 50.30. Staying right at that 8/10 mark. But again, the important part here, Chase Hand has the fast time honor. That is what Colin Lloyd needs to hit. He needs to keep pushing, needs to find a little more speed if he wants an outside shot at this championship. And of course, if he wants to keep Chase Hand away, because right now at best they're holding even. Any mistake Lloyd makes right now, and Hand is right there to pounce and capitalize, get into his slipstream and stay there. And again, just to think, a little better start for Chase Hand. He'd be looking really pretty right now. Challenging Colin Lloyd is putting the pressure on the guy who dominated this class yesterday by more than 6.5 seconds. Everyone through the field here still kind of holding position. No one really making any aggressive moves just yet. Riding, biding their time as we go towards turn number 5 here. Still 6 or 7 tenths, but Chase Hand looks to be doing a little bit better now. Definitely closing up. Last time by here, Hand was about a 1/10 of a second slower. I think he might be a 1/10 of a second quicker this time as they go back and forth out of the final turn down the front stretch. Lloyd 50.3, Hand 50.19, 1/10 and a half give the advantage. That's closing the gap. I think the lowest it's been all race at 7 1/4 tenths right now. Great run here for Chase Hand. He's looking even better coming out of turn number 4, closing that gap down to 5, maybe 6 kart lengths. If he can get a good run out of turn 5, just keep inching towards the leader, not giving up. He's doing a great job. He's definitely pulled away from Christian Miles, the Race Factory driver, doing better than yesterday, but unfortunately still not yet enough to be able to fight for the win. And that's, I'm sure, going to bite at him with how fast they were throughout practice day to not have the pace to win Saturday, and right now to still be missing a little bit of pace on Sunday. But it's not over. If Chase Hand does get to Colin Lloyd and they start to battle It could really open up the floodgates, bring Miles back into it, bring Sebastian Weldon into the fight. Cole Kleck is a little further back, but he could still get close, depending how hard they battle for the lead. And that's, again, all contingent on if Chase Hand can get there. Good run that time out of turn 4. That gap is small. 4 kart lengths into turn number 5. But such a great exit for Colin Lloyd. Pulls it back out to 5 towards the carousel. This time by the stripe. 5 laps to go. Chase Hand closer than he's been all race. He can tell that he is closing the gap to Colin Lloyd. He's going to have a shot. 3 kart lengths back at the start-finish line. Look at the run of momentum here for the RPG Cosmic. Talk about continuing to dig. This was half a tenth to a tenth every single lap, and now he is right there on Colin Lloyd. 1 kart length back from the local superstar. Christian Miles just watching this unfold about 2 seconds up the road from him, hoping they start to battle early. It'll be 4 laps to go this time. They are running low on laps in terms of the opportunity to bring more drivers into the fight, which I'm sure is everything but what they would want to do out in front. And as the old saying goes, catching a driver is one thing, passing them is another. Chase Hand's just gotten out of Colin Lloyd, but the bubble at about a kart length has kept him there through this past lap. 4 to go. Miles 5th, Weldon 6th. Cole Kleck going to lose some more time. 2 kart lengths back to Luke Welcome as they go down to turn number 1. Through turn 7, through 8. Again, Colin Lloyd just keeping the margin there, hitting his marks, trying to not make a mistake. It is going to come down to the wire. Speaking of coming down to the wire, great battle here for 5th. Luke Welcome's just gone by Cole Kleck, who is also under pressure from Austin Jers and Evagoras Papasavas. Big run coming for Chase Hand. Will he go to the inside? He tries it. Turn 1 for the lead. Chase Hand to the top spot over Colin Lloyd. Great run, great never say die strategy from Chase Hand to keep on digging. Now Colin Lloyd has to go to work to try and close the gap back up. 2.5 laps to go, 2 kart lengths between the pair of them. Can Chase Hand close out what has been a picture-perfect debut on the national scene in KA Junior with a win on his first series championship bid? His first series championship altogether, his first title. He's got 2 laps to hang on. 2 kart lengths between your leaders. 2 to go. Chase Hand leading now, and Lloyd making mistakes out of the final turn. Ran it wide, jumped over the curbing. Another mistake there in turn 1. Got a little bit sideways. You can tell he's a little bit rattled. Trying to gather it back up, close back up. He jumps in the seat coming out of turn 3. Now they come out of 4. A lap and a half to go. Hand just needs to keep putting his head down. He is pulling back away from Colin Lloyd. Christian Miles is not going to be a factor. It is all on the shoulders now of the 816 to take the fight. Back to Chase Hand, back to RPG and Cosmic. Otherwise, it will be a smooth sailing victory with a 4 to 5 kart length gap. It's nearly 6 when they come out of 11. Chase Hand, what an impressive SCUSA Winter Series thus far. 1 more lap to close it out. Can he do it with a checkered flag in hand? 1 to go here for KA Junior. Such an impressive performance here from the national rookie. Now battling back in the field. Here comes Evagoras Papasavas on Cole Kleck. Got him. That's going to be for 6th. Fleck back to 7th. Cameron Brinkman's up to 8th. Austin Jers back to 9th. Rowan Gill back to the edge of the top 10. Colin Lloyd, what a performance this weekend. You can't take anything away from the kid. Dominating run yesterday. Qualifies on pole, wins the pre-final, pulls away. And here in the final, leads the most laps, sets the fast lap for a while. But Chase Hand put his head down in the final couple laps. He reels in the leader. He closes out as champion and race winner for round 4. What a performance by Chase Sand. Unbelievable to keep digging and to will himself to the win here in Homestead. Colin Lloyd finishes second. Christian Miles puts the Race Factory machine on the podium once again in the Smith Brothers karting entry. Fourth to Sebastian Weldon, and rounding the top 5 is Luke Welcome. When we come back, it is time to go KA100 Senior Racing. Live from the Team Cooper Tire Tower here, it's the EKN Radio Network.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Allenberg Racing Schools, Parolin USA, Kart Sport North America, and Cooper Tires.
Are you ready to make the jump from karting to race cars? Then check out the top-rated Allenberg Racing Schools at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca in Monterey, California, led by former Formula One World Championship driver Alan Berg. Whether you're starting a racing career, looking for a new adventure, honing your driving skills, or seeking an unforgettable experience driving the world-famous corkscrew, our team of professional coaches and proven curriculum will provide you with everything you need to drive our race cars to the limit. Programs in 2021 include 1-day, 2-day, and 3-day schools. Successful graduates earn their certification to apply for a SCCA racing license. For schedules and more information, check out our website, allenbergracingschools.com, or call us at 888-722-3220. Custom group and corporate programs also available.
Feel like you're racing alongside the many legends that have called CRG home. With direct factory support, the CRG Nordam operation is the North American distributor for all CRG products related to karting and is based just outside Houston, Texas. The complete racing chassis line, including the famous Road Rebel shifter cart, is available through CRG Nordam. The growing FS4 Briggs & Stratton focused chassis is expanding worldwide, including right here in North America. Many tracks, indoor and outdoor, have made the switch to the Centurion rental cart line through CRG. New for the 2020 season is the Mini Hero for cadet racing, homologated for FIA competitions around the world. Head over to kartcrg.com or find them on all social media networks. It all started in 1994, when former successful kart driver Albino Parolin decided to move his passion for karting from the track to his small workshop. That's when Parolin was born. Fast forward 20 years, and Parolin's passion for the sport led to the company rejoining international competitions as a factory team in WSK and CIK FIA races, with the aim of enhancing the research and development process, immediately achieving notable results around Europe, North America, and Asia, becoming the CIK FIA Asia Pacific KZ champion in the same year. Parolin USA is North America's source for Parolin products, and we run a factory team at all of the major Superkarts USA and Rock Cup USA events. The Parolin chassis lineup for 2021 includes the Invader Shifter, the Le Mans Tag single-speed chassis for junior and senior classes, and the 28mm mini kart for the cadet classes. Parolin has been winning races all over the world, and it's on top of the podium in the USA as well, with drivers like Kai Sorensen, Mateus Orjuela, and Alessandro De Tullio. Get on the chassis that's winning. Drive a Parolin. For more information, head to ParolinUSA.com. If you're searching for a program to elevate you in the motorsports ladder, Crosslink Competition is your next step. Crosslink Competition provides a Arrive and Drive program that include driver coaching, data analysis, and an engine rental program for all major events in the 2021 season. Team Crosslink is scheduled to compete at the Superkarts USA Pro Tour, Rock Cup USA, and United States Pro Kart Series events, along with regional and local programs from their home base in Texas. Crosslink Competition is a full retail shop for the X30 chassis and OTK kart parts. Many new and used packages are available right now through their Dallas headquarters. For drivers interested in making the jump from karting to cars, Crosslink provides a streamlined opportunity for you. Team Crosslink and Kiwi Motorsports is a championship-winning operation in the F4 United States Championship program, providing the perfect transition within the same. Drivers looking to compete with the elite level karting program or pick up gently used team equipment are asked to call 214-432-4413. Be sure to follow them on all social media platforms at Team Crosslink. Now back to the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida, on the EKN Radio Network.
Back live here from AMR Homestead-Miami Motorplex. It is a big-time shakeup with Arias Duke-Medjan all the way back trying to get into his spot. I'm not sure what we've got going on, but Nolan Allison is lining up on the pole. Brandon Lemke is lining up second. We're a little bit shaken up for KA100 Senior, but it looks like we might get the green. Down the front stretch through the tram lines. On the power, and here we go. We're racing. Arias Duke-Medjan got caught out by being not in position by the commitment cone. He wasn't allowed to advance his position. He started back in the 7th spot. So Nolan Allison leads your field. Aiden Levy's gone to 2nd. Lemke is 3rd. Connor Ferris slots into 4th. Thomas Annunziata 5th. Riley Can 6th. Gia Cicero 7th. Duke-Medjan is 8th. Tyler Ferris 9th. Ty Wettengeld 10th. Oh, big crash here coming out of turn 6. Looked like Dylan Beckwith got turned sideways. Couple drivers involved. And Beckwith got beached onto the curbing. He's trying to get himself back going. Looks like he will. He'll return to the racetrack. Up front, Nolan Allison in the 919 Rollison Performance Group Cosmic leading the way. Brandon Lemke trying to work with Aiden Levy, close the gap back to the RPG Cosmic, while Thomas Annunziata has worked his way to 4th ahead of Connor Ferris. Thomas Annunziata was running some pretty quick laps at the end of the pre-final. He was looking pretty good overall. Ferris again P5. Duke-Medjan's gone by Gia Cicero. A lot of work still to be done for the Kart Republic driver. Oh, Riley Can getting into it a little bit with Connor Ferris. Back and forth they go to the carousel. Can not able to get back by him. Here comes Duke-Medjan looking for the move into 9. No, sir. Oh, no. Arias Duke-Medjan just got popped in the air as Riley Can made a mistake out of 9. They jumped wheels. Hopefully nothing bent too bad on the Kart Republic, but that's more time given up to the race leader, Nolan Allison. Arias Duke-Medjan taking a couple looks down. Oh, and now he's going to get turned. Gia Cicero trying to go down the inside, and Arias Duke-Medjan just took out the points leader. Arias Duke-Medjan and Gia Cicero into the outside retaining wall in turn 1. I don't know if she didn't expect him to break when he did, but just tried to go down the inside onto the left rear tire and just pile drived him into the barriers. That was unfortunate there, and now the cars are stranded on the racetrack. The drivers trying to get clear. The SCUSA officials and flaggers trying to get clear as well. Yellow flags waving. The leaders are coming. So they're going to go yellow here on the front stretch, but it will stay local. So they're allowed to stay full speed. Just got to watch out for the drivers on the outside edge of the racetrack. The good news for Arias Duke-Medjan is he has this championship locked up beyond his unsportsmanlike DQ. He can take a drop, so he will be crowned the champion regardless, so long as he doesn't get, again, any unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. But that is not how he wanted to end his KA Senior run. He just got, again, knocked every single way. Initially, it looked like, it honestly looked unintentional all the way through, but that was pretty bad by the time we got down to turn number 1, unfortunately. Up front, Nolan Allison with a nice gap here to Aiden Levy. Brandon Lemke's been trying to help push him forward. Thomas Annunziata has caught them both. And as they come down the front stretch, Annunziata pushing Lemke, giving him a little help here as Nolan Allison continues to lead. Connor Ferris runs in the 5th spot. Then it's Tyler Wettengel in 6th. Tyler Ferris is 7th. Blake Nash is 8th. Trying to find what happened to Riley Can. It looks like more contact must have happened after that incident that had him wide. He has now been knocked all the way to the tail end of the lead lap. Up front, Brandon Lemke just went by Aiden Levy, took Thomas Annunziata with him. They're all trying to hunt down Nolan Allison. You want to talk about a steady progression over the last couple seasons from 2019, just really breaking onto the national scene. Then in 2020, linked up with the Rollison Performance Group. By the end of the season, was breaking into the top 10 at most national events, and now he is leading, pulling away, trying to snag that first career national KA victory. Battle back for 6th here. Blake Nash clear down the inside on Tyler Wettengel, so he's through for that spot. And while Aiden Levy looked like he might have had the pace initially to be able to go and fight the leader, he has fallen back. Brandon Lemke, Thomas Annunziata again 2nd and 3rd, pulling away from him. 3, maybe 4 kart lengths back from Annunziata is Levy now. He's got a nice gap back to Connor Ferris, but he does not have the pace it looks like to challenge Nolan Allison. I'm not sure if Lemke and Annunziata do either, because even with them working together, the first test will be this time by. They need to be faster, or at the very least even. And it does not look like that gap has shrunk. It looks like it's opened up. Nolan Allison at the line, 50.15. Brandon Lemke, Thomas Annunziata, 50.28. And Annunziata knows this as well as he goes through for 2nd. So Thomas Annunziata through on Brandon Lemke for P2. We'll see if Annunziata can lead them forward. That gap is pretty massive here to Nolan Allison. And again, Allison was right on level with the pace for Arias Duke Medjin back in the pre-final. Annunziata was close. Lemke was close as well. But with Arias Duke Medjin out, that puts Nolan Allison really as the next best, next quickest driver. And he is taking full advantage of the opportunity, logging good lap after good lap. Just gave a good thumbs-up signal to his crew on the sidelines. I got it, no problem. We're still feeling good here out in front. The gap back to Thomas Annunziata, 1.5 seconds. Now we're still very early, 7 laps in, 15 to go. If Annunziata can put some good laps together, he could definitely reel it in, but he's got a lot of work to do to get there. Down the back straightaway, Aiden Levy closing back up now to Brandon Lemke, trying to make that battle for 3rd open once again, or at least just latch onto the coattails of Thomas Annunziata, see if he can lead the pair of them up to the rear bumper of Nolan Allison. That time by, Levy went quickest, 50.033. Or the previous lap, I should say, 033. That then this time by the stripe, it was equal, 50.06 for Allison and Annunziata. But again, all weight relies on Thomas Annunziata's shoulders. He looks to be a little quicker than Brandon Lemke and Aiden Levy right now. Not getting much help on the straightaways. Levy with a little bobble there out of 9. Collects it as they go out of 11. All good. Down the backstretch again here. Let's see what that gap looks like. Nolan Allison, the 9:19. 9 laps complete. He's led all of them. Annunziata, 49.92. 0.2 of a second quicker. Knocks that gap down to 1.3 seconds. So Thomas Annunziata looking strong. Brandon Lemke slipped way back here this lap. A little bobble here for the Team FMS Merlin drivers. Cost him some more time. Annunziata's almost out of their drafting bubble, but he is closing up just a little bit to Nolan Allison. We'll see what it looks like this time by the stripe. He's the only driver to break in the 49-second bracket. Can he do it again? Thomas Annunziata. A numbers game, a game of inches, just like for Nolan Allison's teammate Chase Hand in the junior race. Annunziata, another 10th quicker, 1.1 seconds back. That gap is closing. He just has to keep doing what he's doing. 12 laps to go. At 1/10 of a second, he'll be right there with 2 laps remaining. That's all he needs. Battle for third. Aiden Levy to the inside of Brandon Lemke and through. So good run for Aiden Levy and the Team Felon Tony kart here today. Stepping it up, finding a little more pace. Maybe he can pull away from Lemke, snag a nice first career podium. Halfway coming this time by. Nolan Allison high-sided on the curbing coming out of turn number 11. Got a little sideways. Annunziata on his way forward. If he cannot make any mistakes, he'll keep inching there. He's going to get the draft pretty soon. That gap closing rate will accelerate for sure. Another 10th of a second chipped off. 1 second even at the line for Thomas Annunziata to Nolan Allison. This race is far from over, folks, in KA100 Senior. Give it about another 5 laps, maybe 6, and Thomas Annunziata will be within a couple kart lengths of your leader. Aiden Levy and Brandon Lemke don't have the pace to match Annunziata. They've faded backwards. They will at best be able to fight for third or scraps of a wreck out in front. As we've seen so far in the Winter Series, it is still far from over, never over until it's over. All the way an X30 Junior yesterday, an X30 Senior back at round number 1, and in countless other divisions throughout these 3 rounds we've run so far. Nolan Allison again by the line. Loses another 10th of a second to Thomas Annunziata. Whether he's taking a look back or getting signals about the pressure, I'm not sure. But Nolan Allison that time nearly 2, nearly 3 tenths slower. 8 tenths now, the gap between the two. Again, Thomas Annunziata is having a heck of a Sunday here for the SCUSA Winter Series. Bad luck marred him again on Saturday. And in rounds 1 and 2, it was just not his weekend. All around, bad luck, bad decision-making. He said he wasn't in a good headspace. And now he feels like he's in a really good spot. And the Mike Doty Racing crew have done a great job getting him to that point. He is now reeling in the leader with no pressure from behind, looking to score a first career KA Senior victory in only his 2nd ever weekend in the class. Annunziata is one of the few rookies that is pulling double duty in Senior this weekend. X30 Senior and KA Senior. Doing a great job. Got it down to 2 kart lengths now to Nolan Allison. And again, you have to feel for Allison. He's done such a great job all day long. He's been inching to get that extra bit of pace. He's going to have to fight for it if he wants to get his first career national win. And while Annunziata is looking for that first KA Senior win, he's had a number of big national wins in Junior over 2020. A heck of a breakout year, really, for the Team Ferris Racing and Mike Doty Racing combo driver. But a new face, again, will be standing on top of the podium here in KA Senior after Arias Duke Medjin got crashed out early in contact with GS Acero that put both drivers in the outside retaining wall in turn number 1. On the grid now is their Nitro Kart Mini Swift class. They'll be up next. Then it'll be time for PSL Karting, Pro Shifter, and Master Shifter. Then our X30 Juniors, presented by Speed Concepts Racing, our X30 Masters, presented by Ursuline Racing, and of course, to round off our weekend, it'll be X30 Senior, presented by the Rallison Performance Group. One kart length ahead here, Nolan Allison, Thomas Annunziata, just trying to pull that gap back to at least a bubble where he can hang. Black flag coming here for Daniel Eaton by the line. He hopefully will be clear by the time the leaders get there, but there's only about a straightaway between them. It'll be close by the end of this lap because they are lapping quicker than they have been almost all day long. You can bet they're pushing 110% here. 7 to go. Last time by, Annunziata, 2 tenths quicker, 49.7. When will the move come for the lead? He is right there, stalking Nolan Allison, waiting to make that bid. Allison just took a look back. He knows he's there. Into 5. Here it comes for the lead. Thomas Annunziata through to the top spot out of turn 6. Allison's going to have to fight back quickly or learn the line really fast because Thomas Annunziata's been a 10th to 2 tenths quicker the last 5 or 8 laps here around AMR Motorplex. And if he is able to keep that pace up, he will absolutely pull away. down the backstretch here. Our lap driver, Daniel Eden, into the pit lane. He won't be a factor. Another lap complete, and the first lap led for Thomas Annunziata. Six laps to go, 16 complete. If you were to look at this 10 laps ago, you'd think Nolan Allison would have this one in the bag, but Thomas Annunziata turned the wick up, found the pace he needed. Now they're trying to pull that gap away from Allison. 1.5 kart lengths, the difference as they go through turn 5. A great exit there for Annunziata, gets it up to 2 kart lengths out of 6 through 7, 8, 9. 2 kart lengths still. Aiden Levy, Brandon Lemke, couple seconds back down the road in third. They've been running some pretty decent lap times altogether. Not necessarily great, but not too bad. 2 seconds back here from your leaders. 5 laps to go. Annunziata, 2 kart lengths ahead of Nolan Allison, who is following him, trying to learn, make sure he can uphold the pace that Annunziata's had. Not let him get away. Again, both of these drivers looking for a first SCUSA Winter Series KA Senior victory, a national level KA Senior victory in the grass here for both. Annunziata, the rookie, again, his second ever Senior Superkarts USA weekend, his third National Senior weekend. And again, for Nolan Allison, going on his second full-time season with the Robinson Performance Group. Following in the footsteps of Nathan Cicero from last year, doing a great job representing the purple and chrome out in front in KA, and then hoping to move up to the X30 Senior class over time. But right now, he is watching that win, that elusive first win, drive off into the sunset, because Thomas Annunziata has doubled the gap. 4 kart lengths now between the pair, just a couple laps to go here in Homestead. Three to go here for Thomas Annunziata, 49.90. Nolan Allison, 49.86. So he pulled back half a tenth closer last time by. Back down to only 2.5 kart lengths between the pair. Aiden Levy, Brandon Lemke again, still a little ways down the road, 2.5 seconds back from the leaders. They gained a little with the battle, have lost once again now as Annunziata's begun to pull away and bring Allison a little further safely into at least a second place result. But after leading all those laps, you know he wants to get back out in front. He didn't fight it super hard when Annunziata first went by. Now he might be wishing he did. 2 to go this time. 3 kart lengths the difference between the top 2 drivers. Thomas Annunziata, Nolan Allison, 2 to go. Again, what a great performance here from both of these drivers up front. Can't take anything away from them. Back, Blake Nash has worked his way into the top 5, has gone by Connor Ferris a couple laps ago. Great run for Blake. Tyler Wettengel running in 7th. Leonardo Colavita, Tyler Ferris 8th and 9th. But everybody spread out all around the racetrack here in KA100 Senior through the turn 7, 8, 9 complex once again. There might be a little battle for Aiden Levy to hold on to the podium. I don't know how close Brandon Lemke will be or if he can fight to get there. That could matter of where he ends up in the championship podium altogether. But down the backstretch, Thomas Annunziata, 1 more lap, and what a way to try and close out his KA Senior season with a win coming from behind. Aiden Levy, Brandon Lemke, again, still the 2 closest drivers inside the top 5. Might be a little battle coming to Levy's doorstep when they go to turn 4. Will he cover the inside? He will. Lemke to the outside. Again, this is the battle for the final podium spot. Lemke trying to pull alongside over to turn 5. Levy will cover the inside off. Lemke again around the outside, tries to cut him tight. Can't do it. Levy holds on, lets out the brake, gets the good gap. Up front, Annunziata, still 3 kart lengths ahead of Allison. Great run for Thomas Annunziata. Great run for Aiden Levy and Brandon Lemke, leaving looking for his first podium. Allison has been here before, has led laps, but it's not his day today. It belongs to Thomas Annunziata. First career KA Senior National win. And at the line, Aiden Levy will hold on for a first podium there over Brandon Lemke. Nolan Allison, heck of a job here all day long to run with the championship leader and eventual champion Arias Duke-Medjin. He ends up second. Still a fantastic performance, but Thomas Annunziata wins KA Senior. He's going to get a little break, a little bit of breathing room. He's going to line up pretty good for the X30 Senior main event later on today, too. We'll be right back with the EKN Radio Network and our live coverage of the Nitro Kart Mini Swift class.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Allenberg Racing Schools, Parolin USA, Kart Sport North America, and Cooper Tires.
Located in Mooresville, North Carolina, on-site at GoPro Motorplex, Kart Sport North America features over 6,000 square feet of retail space. Along with being the official race team and distributor for the Kart Republic chassis, they offer full retail sales, kart service and storage, and products from the top brands in the sport, such as CZ Chain, Talon Sprockets, SKF bearings, and Prisma tire gauges. If you want to take your racing to the next level, they also offer driver training and coaching programs available trackside at GoPro Motorplex. They have a massive inventory, so head to their online store at kartsportna.com to get same-day shipping of the parts and components that you need. While you're there, check out their used section of karts, engines, parts, and accessories. Kart Sport North America. Top quality products, winning brands, and professional driver development services.
All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and X30 chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the Rock Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, the United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, X30, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly.
Are you ready to make the jump from karting to race cars? Then check out the top-rated Allenberg Racing Schools at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca in Monterey, California, led by former Formula One World Championship driver Alan Berg. Whether you're starting a racing career, looking for a new adventure, honing your driving skills, or seeking an unforgettable experience driving the world-famous corkscrew, our team of professional coaches and proven curriculum will provide you with everything you need to drive our race cars to the limit. Programs in 2021 include 1-day, 2-day, and 3-day schools. Successful graduates earn their certification to apply for a SCCA racing license. For schedules and more information, check out our website, allenbergracingschools.com, or call us at 888-722-3220. Custom group and corporate programs also available.
Feel like you're racing alongside the many legends that have called CRG home. With direct factory support, the CRG Nordam operation is the North American distributor for all CRG products related to karting and is based just outside Houston, Texas. The complete racing chassis line, including the famous Road Rebel shifter cart, is available through CRG Nordam. The growing FS4 Briggs & Stratton Focus chassis is expanding worldwide, including right here in North America. Many tracks, indoor and outdoor, have made the switch to the Centurion rental cart line through CRG. New for the 2020 season is the Mini Hero for cadet racing, homologated for FIA competitions around the world. Head over to kartcrg.com or find them on all social media networks. Now back to the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida, on the EKN Radio Network.
So we are back here from AMR Homestead-Miami Motorplex for the Nitro Kart Mini Swift main event. Enzo Vidmontien did a great job leading all the laps that he could in the pre-final to put himself in prime position for this main event. But with the way the penalties have all shaken out, it's kind of shaken up the running order as well. Vidmontien lines up a little bit deeper on in the field, unfortunately, and it has moved Oliver Weldon to the pole. It has also put Sebastian Garzone second. And Weldon's got them nice and slow, waiting for one more driver to catch up to the field, and then we're going to go green. So with Enzo Vidmontien being the quickest driver and having to start about midway through the pack, we've seen this story before. It should be pretty entertaining. For Nitro Kart Mini Swift again, Weldon, Garzone, Diego Ardiles starts third, Stephen Miller fourth, Carson Walters fifth, Sarah Bradley sixth, Vidmontien, Jensen Burnett, Braden Zerves, and Jace Petty and Cash Perkins, your top 10, and we're racing down to turn 1. So looking like a good start there for Oliver Weldon, but I think Sebastian Garzone might have got a better one. Battling down to turn 4. Here we go down the inside. Who is that? Is that Diego Ardiles through to the lead? Ardiles on the Tony kart gets by Weldon. And Weldon now looking to go back on him into 5. Can't fully get there. They're side by side for the lead. Vidmontien already up to 3rd from 7th. What a great start from the Bennett driver. Oliver Weldon here trying to hang on right behind Diego Ardiles. Sebastian Garzone is back in 4th. Carson Walters is in the mix. She's got a great start. Moves into 5th. Looks like maybe Braden Zerves in 6th. Hard to tell. Down the backstretch. Weldon looking for the lead for the first lap. He's going to take it. Vidmontien coming for the ride with him. 1 lap complete. Oliver Weldon the leader. Here comes Enzo Vidmontien down to turn 1 though. To the inside. 1 corner later and Vidmontien goes by. 1 lap for Enzo Vidmontien to get right back up into the lead from P7. He's going to have to defend a little bit. So does Weldon. Sebastian Garzone now going through in turn 4 on Diego Ardiles. Little gap to Carson Walters. And I think we may stay mostly single file here through turn 5. Although Braden Zerves around the outside on Walters going to get by. Walters loses a spot there. Here comes Stephen Miller on her in the carousel. He gets through. Then it's Jensen Burnett. And then at the end of that train is going to be Cash Perkins. Down the back straightaway, Enzo Vidmontien trying to pull away once again, just like he did in the pre-final. A hectic start here has given him the lead. Weldon second, big gap back to Diego Ardiles in 3rd. Down to turn number 4. Here goes Sebastian Garzone. Clear. He is through into 3rd on Diego Ardiles. Braden Zerves right behind him. Garzone defending already. Zerves going to try and follow down the inside while Ardiles left the door open. Doesn't do it. It is still going to be Garzone in P3 as they go to turn 7. Through 8. Over to turn 9. Garzone, Ardiles, and then Braden Zerves. Jensen Burnett now runs next in line as he's gotten by Carson Walters as well. Then it's Cash Perkins. Little gap back to Stephen Miller, who's been shuffled down the order. But up front, nice little breakaway forming again for your top 2. And Enzo Vidmontien starting to pull away a little bit here from Oliver Weldon. Diego Ardiles is now shuffled back. Sebastian Garzone. It's a problem for the Orsilon Racing Tony Kart driver. Unfortunate here for Sebastian Garzone, as he will drop all the way down the order, and that is going to end his day, or not end his day, but really put his day in a bad setting now, falling to 6th. He was just up to 3rd, starting to go forward now in a cage match for 4th. Braden Zerves leads it. Jensen Burnett's next. Then it's Garzone, I believe, and then Carson Walters. Down to turn 5. Will we see any change in positions? Here comes Burnett looking inside. Got him on Zerves. So Jensen Burnett now into the top 4. Braden Zerves back to 5th. Here comes Garzone trying in the turn 7-8 complex. Oh, and he sends Braden Zerves off the racetrack into turn number 9. Zerves has come to a stop. I don't know what just happened for Braden Zerves. He was side by side with Sebastian Garzone, and I don't know if the contact popped the chain or what. He is out of the go-kart. Done. Braden Zerves was just inside the top 5 fighting with Sebastian Garzone. He was running 4th. He is now going to have to suffer a DNF here as we work lap number 6. Well, that changes up the order a little bit. Here, Enzo Vidmontien still pulling away. Oliver Weldon 2nd. Diego Ardiles 3rd. Jensen Burnett 4th. And then following Burnett, Sebastian Garzone now into the top 5. Walters is 6th. Luis Umana, we have not seen much at all because, again, the bad luck for in the pre-final had him starting dead last. He's up 15 positions already into 7th. He has an outside shot at this podium. What a great recovery drive here from the team Montoya Tony Kart. Then it's going to be Stephen Miller in 8th. Cash Perkins is 9th. Sarah Bradley 10th. 14 laps to go here in Mini Swift presented by Nitro Kart. And Enzo Vidmontien still setting the blistering unmatched pace lap after lap. Went purple last time by at a 52.135. The next best is a low 52.3 or high 52.3 from Luis Umana. Everybody else is over half a second off the pace of Enzo Vidmontien. Unreal. Carson Walters has now surrendered the 6th spot here to Luis Umana. So the Team Montoya entry now up another position. P6 on the racetrack. Still gunning for more. Only about a half second out the road. And Umana will find Sebastian Garzone and Jensen Burnett. And again, Diego Ardiles, a couple kart lengths in front of Burnett as well. So he could definitely get onto the podium from dead last on the grid. That would be extremely impressive from Luis Umana. He definitely has the laps left in the race to do it. 16 spots gained already, up to P6 for the 177. 7 laps complete overall. 13 to go. Enzo Vidmontien, Oliver Weldon, leading here in Homestead, live from the Team Cooper Tire Tower. Luis Umana has now worked his way up into 5th, actually up into 4th. Not just yet. Sebastian Garzone realized Umana was coming. He's gone by Jensen Burnett. Here comes Umana, though, for P4 on the racetrack on Jensen. Down to the inside in turn 5. They go wheel to wheel. Not able to get through. Ardiles now around the outside over to 7. And he's going to try and clear himself. Oh, and contact is made. Luis Umana is around. Ardiles around. Oh, no, what a great run they both had. Ardiles was running 3rd for most of this race. And Luis Umana, from dead last on the grid, drives all the way up into nearly a podium spot. And now is all the way at the back once again here with 9 laps to go. Heartbreaking stuff here once again at Homestead for Luis Umana. The second time today he's running up front, and really it was just a racing deal. It looked like Ardiles was trying to clear himself, cut back over just ahead of Umana in the middle of the corner and get behind or to the inside of Jensen Burnett. And unfortunately he ends up now out of the race. That is already done and dusted for Diego Ardiles. While Luis Umana was able to get back going, he is still a good ways back on the racetrack. 8.5 laps to go for the race leader, though. Enzo Vidmontien has had clear racetrack all main event long. This time by, it should be about 3.3 or 4 seconds. He has pulled an extra 2 to 3/10 a lap over Oliver Weldon every single time around. And Weldon, you can't fault him all too much. He's putting an equal amount of time back to Sebastian Garzone and company. It's nearly 3.3 seconds back from Weldon to Garzone. Burnett then runs 4th. Carson Walters, now avoiding the chaos, has moved up to 5th. Sarah Bradley 6th. Stephen Miller 7th. Vivek Canthan's up 11 spots from the back part of the grid as well, up into 8th. Remember, Vivek was running inside the top 10, then went sliding across the pavement through turn 5 and had to retire in the pre-final. So Walters leading a group with Sarah Bradley and Stephen Miller. And then Canthan right there. Then behind Vivek Canthan is going to be Jackson Glendenning and Cash Perkins, who had a great start to this one. Kind of faded a little bit pace-wise, but is running still inside the top 10. 7 laps to go here from Homestead for Enzo Vidmontien. Five and a half laps remaining here for Enzo Vidmontien over Oliver Weldon. Big time lead from 1st to 2nd. Sebastian Garzone with a comfortable margin of his own, about a second from 3rd back to P4 with Jensen Burnett. The battle for 5th is the highest running battle on the racetrack, and it's not heated up all too much just yet. Stephen Miller a lap ago went by Sarah Bradley, but he is still a couple kart lengths away from Carson Walters here with 5.5 laps to go. Vivek Canthan was moving forward, but now that the pace is elevated, he's slacked back just a little bit here from that group in front of him. We'll see how close he can get next time by. As again, Walters at a 53 flat puts herself about 3/10 a lap quicker than Canthan. And then if you compare the leaders' times, once again, Enzo Vidmontien, 52.3, 52.6 for Oliver Weldon, 52.8 and 7 for Jensen Burnett and Sebastian Garzone. Great lap that time by, though, for Stephen Miller and Sarah Bradley. With the toe off of Carson Walters, they pulled down into the mid-52s, so that would have put them on pace there with 2nd and 3rd. And now Miller has gone by Walters, so just looking away for a minute to the monitor, and you miss something. As always here with karting, you can never take your eyes off the racing action. Miller to 5th, Walters back to 6th, Sarah Bradley is 7th. Canthan, again, losing ground to them, is 8th. Then it still looks to be, I believe, Jackson Glendenning in 9th. And Cash Perkins is under pressure now. Christian Quijano coming from the back of the field trying to get to him. With one more driver in line as well, Tommy Lauder in the 167, who had a rough pre-final, sent him back a number of spots from his qualifying position. 4 laps to go here for Enzo Vidmontien as he rockets out of turn 4. Walters just went by on Stephen Miller. Miller answering back down to turn 1. Will he clear her? He will. So Stephen Miller, quick response there as Walters just got by at the end of the back straightaway. They head over to turn number 4 here. Carson going to wait a moment before she goes on by Stephen once again. 3.5 laps remaining now for this group battling for 5th, 6th, and 7th. And again, if they shuffle enough, Canthan could get there and the rest of the pack as well. Battling back behind the top 10, Christian Quijano has gone by Cash Perkins. Perkins is also, again, under pressure from Tommy Lauder now. Lauder under the ANSA Motorsports banner typically, and as they go through turns 7, 8, and 9, over to 10, it is stacked them with Quijano holding 10th. Perkins back to 11th, Lauder in 12th. Coming out of turn number 5 here, this battle for 5th once again. Stephen Miller tried to go, I believe, on the inside, maybe to defend a little bit from Carson Walters. Just lost a lot of ground in the exchange. Walters now to 5th. Bradley back to 6th. Miller way back down to 7th. In fact, Vivek Canthan's closer to him than he is closer to Bradley and Walters. 2 to go here for everyone on the racetrack. Quick time for Jensen Burnett. He just set the purple lap, fastest of the race here with 2 laps to go for Jensen. He had a big run coming on Sebastian Garzone, and Garzone knows it. He's already covering off the inside through turn 4. This battle is for 3rd, and he just got him. Crossover move, almost actually, side by side to turn 5. Garzone to the inside again. Can Burnett cross him up again? He cannot, but he is right there. This fight for 3rd, this fight to the final step on the box. Garzone covers the inside through the carousel. 1.5 laps to go. Behind them, Walters looks pretty safe here in 5th. Bradley safe in 6th. And your leader, Enzo Vidmontien. 1 lap to go in Nitro Kart Mini Swift. Oliver Weldon, P2 across the line. Lots of cushion in front and behind. And here comes Burnett. Got him for 3rd. But Garzone trying to fight back to the inside. Here goes Burnett to the bottom. He'll cover it off. Can he hold the inside long enough and not get crossed up out of turn 1? He will. Garzone stays in 4th. Jensen Burnett back down to the inside once again. Will try to throw the block. Garzone around the outside. Crossover move. Deja vu from last lap. Rolls reversed. This time Burnett's going to need the one to park it in 5, but he left the door open. And Garzone, what a move from the outside to the inside. Faked him out and got through. Sebastian Garzone back to P3. We'll check back in with them in a moment. Back up front, Enzo Vidmontien. Utter domination on Championship Sunday. He wins round 4. And Oliver Weldon out of the final corner will take 2nd. Now down to the last turn. Garzone inside. Outside is Burnett. Through the corner, Garzone will get onto the podium. Jensen Burnett ends 4th. Carson Walters crosses the line to finish 5th. Bradley 6th, Stephen Miller 7th, Vivek Canthan 8th, Christian Quijano 9th, Jackson Glendenning ending 10th. Quick commercial break coming here. Next up, PSL Karting, Pro and Master Shifter.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Allenberg Racing Schools, Parolin USA, Kart Sport North America, and Cooper Tires. It all started in 1994, when former successful kart driver Albino Parolin decided to move his passion for karting from the track to his small workshop. That's when Parolin was born. Fast forward 20 years, and Parolyn's passion for the sport led to the company rejoining international competitions as a factory team in WSK and CIK FIA races, with the aim of enhancing the research and development process, immediately achieving notable results around Europe, North America, and Asia, becoming the CIK FIA Asia Pacific KZ champion in the same year. Parolyn USA is North America's source for Parolyn products, and we run a factory team at all of the major Superkarts USA and Rock Cup USA events. The Parolyn chassis lineup for 2021 includes the Invader Shifter, the Le Mans Tag single-speed chassis for junior and senior classes, and the 28mm mini kart for the cadet classes. Parolyn has been winning races all over the world, and it's on top of the podium in the USA as well, with drivers like Kai Sorensen, Mateus Orjuela, and Alessandro De Tullio. Get on the chassis that's winning. Drive a Parolyn. For more information, head to ParolynUSA.com. If you're searching for a program to elevate you in the motorsports ladder, Crosslink Competition is your next step. Crosslink Competition provides arrive and drive programs that include driver coaching, data analysis, and an engine rental program for all major events in the 2021 season. Team Crosslink is scheduled to compete at the Superkarts USA Pro Tour, Rock Cup USA, and the United States Pro Kart Series events, along with regional and local programs from their home base in Texas. Crosslink Competition is a full retail shop for the X30 chassis and OTK kart parts. Many new and used packages are available right now through their Dallas headquarters. For drivers interested in making the jump from karting to cars, Crosslink provides a streamlined opportunity for you. Team Crosslink and Kiwi Motorsports is a championship-winning operation in the F4 United States Championship program, providing the perfect transition within the same. Drivers looking to compete with the elite level karting program or pick up gently used team equipment are asked to call 214-432-4413. Be sure to follow them on all social media platforms at Team Crosslink.
Located in Mooresville, North Carolina, on-site at GoPro Motorplex, Kart Sport North America features over 6,000 square feet of retail space. Along with being the official race team and distributor for the Kart Republic chassis, they offer full retail sales, kart service and storage, and products from the top brands in the sport such as CZ Chain, Talon Sprockets, SKF bearings, and Prisma tire gauges. If you want to take your racing to the next level, they also offer driver training and coaching programs available trackside at GoPro Motorplex. They have a massive inventory, so head to their online store at kartsportna.com to get same-day shipping of the parts and components that you need. While you're there, check out their used section of karts, engines, parts, and accessories. Kart Sport North America. Top quality products, winning brands, and professional driver development services.
Now back to the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida, on the EKN Radio Network.
Looking for the green here for PSL Karting Pro and Master Shifter, and we've got it. We're back live again from the Team Cooper Tire Tower for EKN Radio. And again, we are at Homestead-Miami Motorplex, presented by MG Tires, the AMR Homestead-Miami Motorplex. And for Pro and Master Shifter, it's been a good battle here in the Master Shifter class, and we might have a little bit of one now in Pro Shifter with Devin Smith-Harden getting the whole shot over Brent Cruz. Cruz has had the advantage on raw pace here this week, and he got the whole shot in the pre-final and yesterday's main. But in the pre-final on Saturday, Smith-Harden was able to get by, and now they're battling here in Master Shifter again. Side by side for the lead, Skitchy Barnes takes the class lead over Freddie Remrev. Great move back and forth through turns 7, 8, and 9. Remrev now trying to go to the inside in the last corner. Not close enough. Smith-Harden leads lap 1. Again, great jump for Devin Smith-Harden here to take over the lead. Now, Freddie Remrev going to try and go back to work on Scott Skitchy Barnes. Skitchy Barnes pulled off early in the pre-final with an issue. We'll see how he fares here in the main event with a little less track time. It only saved about 5 laps on the tires. I don't know if that will make a big enough difference for Barnes or not, but either way, he leads at the moment in Master Shifter, pulling away a little bit from Freddie Remrev, while out front in Pro Shifter, Brent Cruz trying to find a way by Devin Smith-Harden. He's on his bumper through turn 10, 11, down the back. Devin Smith-Harden, 1 kart length out in front in PSO Karting Pro Shifter. He'll lead lap 2. Oh, and there we go. In turn 9, he's through. Brent Cruz, great move there on Devin Smith-Harden. He gets by for the lead in Pro Shifter. So Brent Cruz now looking to set sail on the factory Formula K Leading Edge Motorsports car out of the final corner. First lap led for the 211 here on Championship Sunday. The championships are all but locked up here for Pro and Master Shifter. Cruz taking the Pro title and Remrev taking the Master Shifter title. For both of them, this is just a fun run here to run some more laps, and at the moment, Cruz looking to end it with a checkered flag. Remrev got a little work to do the same, as Sketchy Barnes has pulled about a 6 or 7/10 gap over him here in the opening couple laps. Problems for Scott Sketchy Barnes. Once again, an issue here. He has fallen down the order. I don't know what just happened for Sketchy, but he just lost about 30 seconds last time by. Is slowing as he has gotten back up to speed now, but definitely an issue. Once again, he had a seat strut failure yesterday. Now he has given up the lead here to Freddie Remrev in the Master Shifter class. Brent Cruz continues to lead in Pro Shifter, 1.8 seconds and growing over Devin Smith-Harden. And again, Remrev and Sketchy Barnes, the order here for Master Shifter. 16 laps to go, 6 laps in for the PSO Karting Pro and Master Shifter main event. X30 Junior up next. 2 laps to go here for Brent Cruz and Devin Smith-Harden. The gap has grown to 6.5 seconds. Skitchy Barnes, unfortunately, early on in the race after leading, spun off the curbing over at turn number 3. It's dropped him just about a lap behind the field. And while he is continuing to turn some laps here, he has surrendered, of course, the lead here to Freddie Remrev in the Master Shifter class. But for PSL Karting Pro Shifter, Brent Cruz has been the class of the field at both opening weekend and championship weekend. A perfect run through has clinched the championship title for him, and now he is looking to close it off with a double checkered flag, both from Saturday's main event yesterday and, of course, from the main event here today. Fantastic stuff from Brent. Devin Smith-Harden has done a great job trying to keep him honest, has gotten the whole shot half of the race sessions we've run this weekend, but unfortunately the pace just not exactly where he's needed it to be to challenge the 211. Freddie Remrev and Skitchy Barnes, again, have done a great job putting on battles throughout the weekend in Master Shifter. But in the end, it will be Remrev with the title. And after the spin, he is going to take the checkered flag here today, barring any issues on this final lap. So out of the final corner, Brent Cruz, Leading Edge Motorsports, SCUSA Winter Series Pro Shifter champions. Devin Smith-Harden again will come across the line here to finish in second. Skitchy Barnes, a lap down, will come across to finish second in Master Shifter. And Freddie Remrev, making his way through the carousel, will come to take the checkered flag in his first SCUSA Winter Series Master Shifter title, presented by PSL Karting. The Speed Concepts Racing X30 Juniors are on the grid. They will be set to go here shortly. Again, as we watch Remrev and Barnes come across the line, Remrev to take the checkered flag and the race win here in Master Shifter along with the championship. We'll be right back after this commercial break. When we come back, it'll be time to go racing with the X30 Junior class, presented by Speed Concepts Racing.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Allenberg Racing Schools, Parolin USA, Kart Sport North America, and Cooper Tires. All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and Xpree chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the Rock Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, the United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, Xpree, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly.
Are you ready to make the jump from karting to race cars? Then check out the top-rated Allenberg Racing Schools at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca in Monterey, California, led by former Formula One World Championship driver Alan Berg. Whether you're starting a racing career, looking for a new adventure, honing your driving skills, or seeking an unforgettable experience driving the world-famous corkscrew, our team of professional coaches and proven curriculum will provide you with everything you need to drive our race cars to the limit. Programs in 2021 include 1-day, 2-day, and 3-day schools. Successful graduates earn their certification to apply for a SCCA racing license. For schedules and more information, check out our website, allenbergracingschools.com, or call us at 888-722-3220. Custom group and corporate programs also available.
Feel like you're racing alongside the many legends that have called CRG home. With direct factory support, the CRG Nordam operation is the North American distributor for all CRG products related to karting and is based just outside Houston, Texas. The complete racing chassis line, including the famous Road Rebel shifter kart, is available through CRG Nordam. The growing FS4 Briggs & Stratton focused chassis is expanding worldwide, including right here in North America. Many tracks, indoor and outdoor, have made the switch to the Centurion rental kart line through CRG. New for the 2020 season is the Mini Hero for cadet racing, homologated for FIA competitions around the world. Head over to kartcrg.com or find them on all social media networks. It all started in 1994, when former successful kart driver Albino Parolin decided to move his passion for karting from the track to his small workshop. That's when Parolin was born. Fast forward 20 years and Parolin's passion for the sport led to the company rejoining international competitions as a factory team in WSK and CIK FIA races, with the aim of enhancing the research and development process, immediately achieving notable results around Europe, North America, and Asia, becoming the CIK FIA Asia Pacific KZ champion in the same year. Parolin USA is North America's source for Parolin products, and we run a factory team at all of the major Superkarts USA and Rock Cup USA events. The Parolin chassis lineup for 2021 includes the Invader Shifter, the Le Mans Tag single-speed chassis for junior and senior classes, and the 28mm mini kart for the cadet classes. Parolin has been winning races all over the world, and it's on top of the podium in the USA as well, with drivers like Kai Sorensen, Mateus Orjuela, and Alessandro De Tullio. Get on the chassis that's winning. Drive a Parolin. For more information, head to ParolinUSA.com. If you're searching for a program to elevate you in the motorsports ladder, Crosslink Competition is your next step. Crosslink Competition provides arrive and drive programs that include driver coaching, data analysis, and an engine rental program for all major events in the 2021 season. Team Crosslink is scheduled to compete at the Superkarts USA Pro Tour, Rock Cup USA, and United States Pro Kart Series events, along with regional and local programs from their home base in Texas. Crosslink Competition is a full retail shop for the X30 chassis and OTK kart parts. Many new and used packages are available right now through their Dallas headquarters. For drivers interested in making the jump from karting to cars, Crosslink provides a streamlined opportunity for you. Team Crosslink and Kiwi Motorsports is a championship-winning operation in the F4 United States Championship program, providing the perfect transition within the same. Drivers looking to compete with the elite level karting program or pick up gently used team equipment are asked to call 214-432-4413. Be sure to follow them on all social media platforms at Team Crosslink. Now back to the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida, on the EKN Radio Network.
Three main events still to come here from AMR Homestead-Miami Motorplex, presented by MG Tires. X30 Junior, presented by Speed Concepts Racing, just going on to the racetrack now. It was a great battle all the way to the checkered flag in the pre-final, but it ended in chaos after the checkers. Paul Bocuse and Kai Sorensen found themselves in the outside retaining wall down in turn number 1. Both of them had a lot of damage to the go-karts. Now, they have been given permission to start still where they're at, and they have gotten those karts fixed, of course. No chassis change was needed. Otherwise, they'd have to drop back a number of spots. So that's got Bocuse on the pole. Kai Sorensen will start second. And then it's going to be a number of different faces that have been up and down throughout the grid all day long. Donovan Bonilla, the Orsolon Racing Tony kart, has been very impressive, especially this weekend. Jacob Kolar, of course, so close to getting that breakthrough victory yesterday, just came up one spot short. Max Garcia starts 5th to the inside of Noah Baker. Row 4 is going to have Rowan Gill and Jorge Ortiz. Row 5, Aiden Ingrata, Jeremy Fletcher starting at the back of the field. Jack Jeffers, Michael Costello with a lot of work to do. Here we go into the tram lines. X30 Junior. Let's go racing down to turn 1. One driver trying to go around the outside. I believe that might have been Noah Baker in the Tony Kart or Jorge Ortiz, but he got shuffled back. It didn't really work out too well. Up front, good start for Paul Bocuse. Jacob Collard is second. Max Garcia is third. Rowan Gill fourth. Kai Sorensen down to fifth. Aiden Ingrata up to sixth. Sorensen just needs to run solidly in this one. Leo Hassan is the driver that has the outside shot at playing spoiler and stealing this championship, but he needs to win to do so. Right now, he is down behind Sorensen, just inside the top 10. Down the back straightaway for the first time here in the main event, Paul Bocuse leads the way, but Jacob Kolar right to the bumper into turn 12. Kolar, big head of steam. Will he go to the inside? He's going for it. Jacob Kolar for the lead in turn 1. He's through. Jacob Kolar to the lead. The kid from Key West in the bright red Ralph Schumacher kart now shows the way. Here comes Max Garcia for second. Bocuse throws the block. Good time block there from Paul Bocuse. He was about to get shuffled backwards. Now he blocks that backwards momentum. Garcia third, Gill fourth. Leo Hassan defending a little bit as well from Noah Baker into 5. Jacob Kolar's got to be careful. Paul Bocuse is hungry. Inside, turn 9 for the lead. He's through. Paul Bocuse back to the top spot over at a 10. 2 kart lengths the difference for Paul Bocuse and Jacob Kolar. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Max Garcia to the bumper in second. And for fourth, Kai Sorensen going to bring a train by Rowan Gill. He gets shuffled out to the outside. They're lined up again to turn 1. Aiden Ingrata, Jorge Ortiz, Noah Baker all trying to get by. Leo Hassan trying to go through as well. Ortiz actually a little further back. It's Hassan and Baker. Gill able to find a place in line, covers off the inside into 4. Up front, Garcia has gone by Kolar. Bocuse in the lead. Garcia second, Kolar third. Kai Sorensen fourth. Donovan Bonilla fifth. Pass for 6th there. Noah Baker going by Aiden Ingrata. And Rowan Gill just got hooked up with Jeremy Fletcher in a bad way coming out of turn 6. They both lost a ton of time. Michael Costello from the back of the grid already up a number of positions. Great start here to the final for Michael Costello in the Bennick. Down the back straightaway here for another lap in the books. Max Garcia, 2 kart lengths back from Paul Bocuse. Then it's Jacob Kolar, Kai Sorensen, Donovan Bonilla, Aiden Ingrata back to the inside on Noah Baker. He'll take the spot away. Leonardo Hassan runs next. Then it's Sebastian Weldon. And I believe that might be Salim Hanna there in the Team Montoya Barellart. It is. Then it's Michael Costello. Now Jeremy Fletcher runs next in line. He's just gotten by one of the Zanella entries. But man, what a turn of events here. What a difference a day can make for Jeremy Fletcher, having the best day possible, minus taking the checkered flag in the final yesterday, to now just fighting through the midfield and getting sent backwards every time he tries to get some good momentum going. Up front, good run out of turn 11 for Jacob Kolar. Let's see what kind of run he can get through the final turn. Not too great, not too bad. Kai Sorensen getting some help here from Donovan Bonilla as they try to close the gap to the top 3. Good run through turns 2 and 3 for Max Garcia, one of the younger drivers in the X30 Junior class. Paul Bocuse, one of the veterans on his 3rd and probably final season competing in the category. Here goes Kolar for second on Garcia, though. Gonna go through. Garcia can't cross him up. Jacob Kolar, the kid from Key West, again back to second. Used Garcia to get right up to Bocuse. Now he's gonna give Bocuse another little bit of breathing room. 1 or 2 kart lengths out in front. And Paul continues to show the way out of turn number 11. Jacob Kolar, Max Garcia, Kai Sorensen right there looking, not going to go by into 12. Into turn 1, Garcia right back on Jacob Kolar, and they make contact into the wall for second. Max Garcia and Jacob Kolar around in turn 1. They both are back going now. Max Garcia was trying to go down the inside, did not get deep enough there on Kolar. They touched wheels right front to left rear. It spun Kolar into the barrier, spun Garcia as well. They are buried in the back now all the way at the tail end, both of them with heavy damage. Up front, that has changed the complexion of this race entirely. Kai Sorensen's now been promoted to second. Donovan Bonilla in a podium spot here in third. And Paul Bocuse with a nice bit of breathing room. Half a second back to Sorensen. Aiden Ingrata just getting freight trained there on the front stretch. Noah Baker and Leo Hassan going by for fourth and fifth. Sebastian Weldon still following them back in seventh. And now they'll pass again for fourth. Hassan on Baker. Move Leonardo Hassan up another position as they go to turn 5. Into 5 once again. Weldon clear on Aiden Ingrata. Good move there for Sebastian. He'll pick up another position. Michael Costello, what a great drive forward here from the 723. He is looking to get into the top 5 from the back of the grid. Up to 8th. Salim Hanna working forward as well into 9th. Jeremy Fletcher once again has been sent backwards, trying to reel his way back into the top 5. Still very early here in this SCUSA Winter Series main event for the Speed Concepts Racing X30 Junior. Again, Max Garcia has pulled into the scale line. Jacob Kolar has stayed on the racetrack here. It looks like he's good enough to at least continue, but a good ways back from the next driver, probably about 5 or 6 seconds before he'll get up to the end of the group, which is Tom Shoecraft in the 713. Let's see what the lap times look like this time by. 8 laps in, 14 to go. Paul Bocuse still leads. Kai Sorensen second. Donovan Bonilla goes purple, 49-27. Both of them 1/10 of a second quicker than the race leader, so they are closing the gap back to Bocuse. And again, while Leonardo Hassan is a good ways back now, he was a good ways back yesterday also, and he came out with the checkered flag. Still very early to call this one, only 3 drivers in the fight, but that's what we've got at the moment here as we work towards the midsection of this main event. Hassan, Baker, your top 5. Sebastian Weldon there 6th. Michael Costello just trying to pass there on Aiden Ingrata for 7th. Could not make it stick in turn 5. Now has to worry about Salim Hanna again onto his bumper. Oh, big mistake there from Kai Sorensen coming on the backstretch. Went a little wide. Popped the rear end of the Paralin heavily over the sleeping policeman curves on the outside of the corner. Gives up a little bit of time. Still only 2 kart lengths back from Paul Bocuse as they go to turn number 2. And again, they've got a 4-second cushion, maybe 5 back to Leonardo Hassan. It's a pretty massive gap. The entire straightaway from turn 3 to turn 4 is from 3rd to 4th place on the racetrack. One of the bigger gaps overall. This time a little more controlled through turn number 11 for Kai, and he's going to get a good run towards Paul Bocuse. Again, a little sideways there through turn 12, though. Mistake opens that gap back to 4 kart lengths. Here comes Costello again on Aiden Ingrata for 7th. He's through in turn 1, so move Michael Costello up another position. Still lots of time left in this one. He's even higher than where he was in the pre-final yesterday or earlier on today when he had to come from the back of the grid. 3 more spots definitely within striking range for the Bennick OTK entry. And his teammate Jeremy Fletcher coming along as well. Here goes Hanna to the inside, pops the curb, door to door with Aiden Ingrata, and Jeremy Fletcher will get by both of them. Great move by the 722. Halfway shown this time here for your leader, Paul Bocuse. Kai Sorensen second. Donovan Bonilla slipping backwards just a little bit. Leonardo Hassan still 4th comfortably over Noah Baker. Again, Sebastian Weldon runs in the 6th spot and 7th on the way forward. Michael Costello, big mover. Jeremy Fletcher coming as well. Again, he's gone through to 8th, sees his teammate ahead. They both could definitely make some noise. Up for 4th here, Leo Hassan, still getting some drafting help from Noah Baker. Baker not going to pull out and pass, but I don't think he knows that both Costello and Fletcher are coming. And if they go slow with Hassan out in front, he will be the next one. Here he goes in 9. Definitely figured out he would be a little quicker out in front. So Noah Baker now to 4th. Leo Hassan back down to 5th. The Orsolone Racing X30 Master class with Renato Yater David is up next here. It has been a good battle between all of them. William Isaias will start alongside him on the outside of the front row. Miguel Meyer will start in third. Ariel Castro, Luis Cordero put on a good fight for fourth and fifth. We got one driver slowing here out of turn one. That was Salim Hanna, it looks like. So problems continuing to plague the Team Montoya entry. Sebastian Weldon trying to charge forward, close back up here to Leo Hassan and Noah Baker. Since they've traded places, he's turned up the wick. He also knows again, Michael Costello is coming. Jeremy Fletcher is still probably on the way also if they begin to pass there for fourth, fifth, and sixth. And that's really where the focus has been, because up front, Paul Bocuse has been flawless. Paul is yet to get a win here in the SCUSA Winter Series. Leo Hassan, of course, got that breakthrough win yesterday. And for Bocuse, he got in the lead coming to the white flag for round number 2 back in January. And then unfortunately just got passed by Jeremy Fletcher on the final circuit. So he's looking to finally end that drought on the Superkarts USA side of things. Get back to the winner's circle once again. Kai Sorensen here looking to close out the championship with a solid performance. He really just needs a podium or a decent run where he is ahead of Leonardo Hassan. So even though he'd love to go and fight Paul Bocuse, he's got to think big picture if he wants to get potentially that 2021 Miami International Final ticket, which all of the Miami classes will get the option of an Miami International Final ticket or a SCUSA Super Nationals ticket with free entry and tires. Even down to our KA100 Junior and KA100 Senior. So those are two classes we might see drivers going over to Le Mans, France. Let's see how the gap looks this time by. It looks like Kai Sorensen is definitely pulling away further from Donovan Bonilla, but I don't know if he's losing time or not to Paul Bocuse. That time by 49.202, so another half-tenth for Bocuse over Sorensen. Noah Baker, with help from Leonardo Hassan, has stabilized that gap back to Sebastian Weldon. Michael Costello is trying to close up, needs a little more time or a little more battling to get there. $49.097 to Paul Bocuse's $49.108. Both of these junior drivers running lap times within a couple hundredths of each other, and it's not the message that Kai Sorensen wanted to hear if he's getting anything relayed from the fence line from his team, because he is hoping that gap is shrinking with all the pushing he is doing. He's got a quicker overall lap time, but he has not been able to replicate it enough to close the gap to your race leader. Paul Bocuse, 6 tenths, nearly 6.5 tenths out in front, and continuing to hold a good gap back. If he can just maintain that for a couple more laps, he'll be able to start expending it in the last few. 5 to go here this time by. What a great job here in the works for Paul Bocuse and Speed Concepts Racing. Donovan Bonillas is still in third, but he has lost touch with your top two. He's going to need them to really fight amongst themselves for him to get anything better than third. The good news is he's got more than 4 seconds back to Noah Baker, or at least more than 3 back to Noah Baker and Leonardo Hassan. And behind them, we just missed a change in position. Michael Costello a lap ago was able to get by Sebastian Weldon. Jeremy Fletcher has now latched onto the bumper of Weldon as well as he is trying to come forward. So as they go over to turns 10 and 11, that's where the fight will be these next couple laps. 4 to go here for Paul Bocuse. It is still Baker in 4th. Hassan is 5th. 6th is Costello. 7th, Weldon. 8th, Fletcher through turn 1. 9th is Ortiz. 10th is Jack Jeffers, but he's about to lose it. Rowan Gill to the inside, and he gets by for the final spot inside the top 10. Jeffers to 11th. Trying to see who we've got down there in 12th. Still single file throughout the rest of your top 10. Again, with Jeffers back down to the 11th spot, then one of the Zanella entries running right behind him. I believe that might be Leonardo Scorpioni. Cameron Brinkman is in that group along with Noah Harmon, so about a 6-car train. Going all the way back to Salim Hanna and Cole Fleck. Here we go, turn 1 for top 5 from the back. Michael Costello is through. A top 5 result in the works here for the 723. What a great job again here to Michael Costello to continue charging forward, and he's not done. He is only 3 kart lengths away from Noah Baker, digging for more here, and a great performance down in Homestead. Sebastian Weldon running in the 6th spot overall, or 7th spot overall, under pressure from Jeremy Fletcher. He has not yet seen a charge, but we are closing in on the final 2 laps around. Aaron Likens, Scoot's official head flagman, has the double sticks ready to go. 2 more laps. Paul Bocuse trying to redeem himself on Sunday. Close out the SCUSA Winter Series with a win. Kai Sorensen trying to dig. He's got a big gap behind. Just took a look over his shoulder. No help coming, no pressure coming though. It is a 3 to 4 kart length gap for the Parolin driver. Does he have anything left in the tank? Anything saved up where he can try to dial it up more and close the gap to Paul Bocuse? I can't imagine they weren't already at 110%, but again, once you see the double sticks come out, you get that extra boost of adrenaline, maybe a little bit of extra hyper focus, trying to close in. 3 to 4 kart lengths still through turns 8 and 9. Back in the pack, Jeremy Fletcher has just gone by Sebastian Weldon. Move him into 7th, and Costello for 4th. Right on the bumper of Noah Baker, a lap and a quarter to go. White flag in the air for your leader. Paul Bocuse has 1 more lap around AMR Motorplex. Down to turn number 1 here for 4th. Costello looking inside. Noah Baker, P4. He's got it. Michael Costello, 1 spot higher in the top 5. Noah Baker back to 5th. Fletcher and Weldon are still too far back to fight with Leonardo Hassan. He is safe in 6th, and Costello starting to defend there for P4. Again, Donovan Bonilla looks like he's pretty safely set onto the podium while they battle back behind him. We go back up front. Kai Sorensen set to take a SCUSA Winter Series title, his first ever in junior, his first ever championship bid in junior, and he'll be successful. Unfortunately today, it'll get a little bit overshadowed because Paul Bocuse is going to right the wrongs of January. He wins round 4. Kai Sorensen with a 2nd place result is going to secure either a ticket to the Miami International Final or a ticket to France, and at the line there, I don't know who got 4th. They were 2 and 3 abreast. Michael Costello coming across just barely by only 8 thousandths of a second. Costello holds over Noah Baker at the line. Baker finishes 5th, Hassan 6th, Fletcher 7th, Weldon 8th, and Jorge Ortiz back on lap 16 a few laps ago sets the fastest lap of the race. What a performance though by the Speed Concepts Racing driver Paul Bocuse. Comes away with the win here on Sunday. And Kai Sorensen, your 2021 SCUSA Winter Series X30 Junior champion. When we come back, it's time to see if Renato Yater David can close out a perfect season with 4 wins, 4 pre-final wins, and 4 pole awards in Ursuline Racing X30 Master.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Allenberg Racing Schools, Parolin USA, Kart Sport North America, and Cooper Tires.
Located in Mooresville, North Carolina, on-site at GoPro Motorplex, Kart Sport North America features over 6,000 square feet of retail space, Along with being the official race team and distributor for the Kart Republic chassis, they offer full retail sales, kart service and storage, and products from the top brands in the sport such as CZ Chain, Talon Sprockets, SKF bearings, and Prisma tire gauges. If you want to take your racing to the next level, they also offer driver training and coaching programs available trackside at GoPro Motorplex. They have a massive inventory, so head to their online store at kartsportna.com to get same-day shipping of the parts and components that you need. While you're there, check out their used section of karts, engines, parts, and accessories. Kart Sport North America. Top quality products, winning brands, and professional driver development services.
All over the karting world, everyone knows OTK is the gold standard for quality and performance. In the US, OTK USA is the source for all things OTK. From the legendary Tony Kart brand to the race-winning Cosmic and X30 chassis, and now the new Red Speed and EOS brands, OTK quality is second to none. All 5 brands are winning races and championships across the country in national programs like the Ruck Cup USA Florida Winter Tour and the Challenge of the Americas, the SCUSA Pro Tour and Winter Series, and the Pro Kart Challenge, the United States Pro Kart Series, and the WKA Manufacturers Cup. And OTK products are also front and center on the podium of club and regional races from coast to coast. To learn more about a specific product line, you can find the OTK USA dealer near you, whether it's Tony Kart, Cosmic, X30, Red Speed, or EOS. Visit www.otkusa.com. Specific chassis territories are still available, so kart shops interested in adding a winning component to their product lineups can contact OTK USA directly.
Are you ready to make the jump from karting to race cars? Then check out the top-rated Allenberg Racing Schools at WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca in Monterey, California, led by former Formula One World Championship driver Alan Berg. Whether you're starting a racing career, looking for a new adventure, honing your driving skills, or seeking an unforgettable experience driving the world-famous corkscrew, our team of professional coaches and proven curriculum will provide you with everything you need to drive our race cars to the limit. Programs in 2021 include 1-day, 2-day, and 3-day schools. Successful graduates earn their certification to apply for a SCCA racing license. For schedules and more information, check out our website, allenbergracingschools.com, or call us at 888-722-3220. Custom group and corporate programs also available.
Feel like you're racing alongside the many legends that have called CRG home. With direct factory support, the CRG Nordam operation is the North American distributor for all CRG products related to karting and is based just outside Houston, Texas. The complete racing chassis line, including the famous Road Rebel shifter kart, is available through CRG Nordam. The growing FS4 Briggs & Stratton Focus chassis is expanding worldwide, including right here in North America. Many tracks, indoor and outdoor, have made the switch to the Centurion rental kart line through CRG. New for the 2020 season is the Mini Hero for cadet racing, homologated for FIA competitions around the world. Head over to kartcrg.com or find them on all social media networks. It all started in 1994, when former successful kart driver Albino Parolin decided to move his passion for karting from the track to his small workshop. That's when Parolin was born. Fast forward 20 years, and Parolin's passion for the sport led to the company rejoining international competitions as a factory team in WSK and CIK FIA races, with the aim of enhancing the research and development process, immediately achieving notable results around Europe, North America, and Asia, becoming the CIK FIA Asia Pacific KZ champion in the same year. Parolin USA is North America's source for Parolin products, and we run a factory team at all of the major Superkarts USA and Rock Cup USA events. The Parolin chassis lineup for 2021 includes the Invader Shifter, the Le Mans Tag single-speed chassis for junior and senior classes, and the 28mm mini kart for the cadet classes. Parolin has been winning races all over. Now back to the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida, on the EKN Radio Network.
Orsalon Racing X30 Master coming around the final corner. Renato Yater-David and Miguel Meyer, the front row, looking nice and together, and it looks like we will see them through the tram lines and to the green flag. Good start as they go down to turn number 1 here. Everyone going to make it through cleanly over to 2. And they'll rock it over to turn number 4. Renato Yater-David again out to the early lead. William Isaias to second. Meyer is third. Dan Breitenstein side by side with Meyer there over to turn 5. Trying to send it around the outside or maybe cross him over. And Ariel Castro and Michael Ariema both stuff it down the inside. He's going to get back by Ariema, but Castro moves into 4th. Luis Cordero running right behind him as well, so they'll work their way over through turn number 11 and down the backstretch. Big gap allowed now for William Isaias up to Renato Yater-David, and big gap from Isaias back to Miguel Meyer. 3 kart lengths actually, only for him. And oh, we've got a driver in the barrier, I believe, or at least nicked it, who just went over to the outside retaining wall for a moment. That was Meyer. Miguel Meyer out over here on the front straightaway. Rough start to the day and completely ended already. Miguel Meyer just ended up a little bit too wide, clipped the outside retaining wall, and is on the sidelines. An early end to the day here for the Crosslink competition driver. Now we look back onto the racetrack as out in front, Renato Yater-David is only having William Isaias anywhere close to him. Ariel Castro with a last-minute overnight entry is into a podium spot. No practice, just showed up, ran morning warm-up, qualifying, and the pre-final. And he's got Dan Breitenstein breathing down his neck as well, who has made some serious strides here thus far. Putting another lap in the books here for the X30 Master class presented by Orsalon Racing. Renato Yater-David, 49.449. Luis Cordero a little bit quicker that time, 49.411. But he is a couple seconds back, 4 to be exact here. Isaias has slipped back up 1.2. Now Cordero for 4th on Dan Breitenstein. He's got him out of turn 4. Breitenstein trying to cross him over as they drag race back to turn 5. Tucks back in. Luis Cordero into the top 5 further, moving to 4th. Breitenstein down to 5th. Little gap back to Michael Ariema. Then it's going to be Wilmer Valentin Jr., Francisco Marquez, Ivan Lozano. And again, Miguel Meyer with the issue on the front straightaway, unfortunately, puts him out of this one down in 10th. Another lap in the books coming this time by Renato Yater-David, dominating here in Homestead for X30 Master. Ariel Castro over Luis Cordero only by 2 kart lengths, and Cordero running lap times that would put him right on pace with David. How long will he wait behind Castro? He's not going to go into turn number 4, stays in line. Nice little exit here. Castro hangs the rear end a little bit sideways into turn 5. Will he pull out? No, sir. Luis Cordero stays tucked in. So Ariel Castro again holding that final podium spot. Cordero wanting it and closing with the pace to get it, as they both have pulled a little further away from Dan Breitenstein here in just a lap, about half a second from Breitenstein up to Cordero as they rocket over the curbing and come down the back straightaway out of turn 11. Problems for Luis Cordero there with that move he attempted on Ariel Castro just a moment ago. It has sent him way down the order. So now Dan Breitenstein, of course, back up into that 4th spot. Castro still comfortably in 3rd, and it's a big gap back to Cordero. A couple seconds to be exact here. So as we look at them across the stripe with 15 laps to go, David still the quickest by a couple tenths. Cordero, the 2nd quickest on the racetrack. So he's running back up to Breitenstein again, back up to Castro again. We'll have another shot at getting by both of them. We'll have to, definitely has not made it easy on himself. Luis Cordero now is only a couple kart lengths away from Dan Breitenstein, making back up the time he lost with that pass attempt on Castro. So as they go towards the final turn, couple car lengths away, make that down to 1 car length out of turn number 12. Nice little head of steam here for Cordero. Should be close enough to start challenging when they get back to turn number 4. With 13 laps remaining, that's still plenty of time for him to get back to Castro as well. Over to 4, looking inside for 4th. Cordero is back on through. Dan Breitenstein just going to tuck back in line. He knows that if they get up there and fight again, he'll have another shot to get that spot back. So as they come out of turn 6, Cordero seeing Castro just about a second up the road. Crossed flags coming in the air this time by here, or just came out, I should say, for Renato Yater David. 11 laps in, 11 to go. Opening that gap now to nearly 4 seconds back to William Isaias, and an equal 3.5 from Isaias back to Ariel Castro. Castro has upped his pace a little bit to try and keep Luis Cordero at bay, and Cordero pulling away nicely from Dan Breitenstein, so he's solidified himself into 4th. Behind Breitenstein in 5th, it's still Michael Ariema, Wilmer Valentin Jr., Francisco Marquez, who again we didn't see in the pre-final, moved up 3 spots on the grid, now running in the 8th position. Ivan Lozano again 9th. 10 to go for Renato Yater David. 4 seconds the lead over William Isaias. Ariel Castro only 9/10 over Luis Cordero, trying to hang on here for 3rd. 7 laps to go here for Renato Yater-David in Homestead. The battle beginning to finally shape up once again for third. Ariel Castro over Luis Cordero. Again, they battled already once before. Cordero actually just set the quickest time of the session, 48.954. So that will take away the max points for Renato Yater-David on the perfect scale, but it's been a great run here for Cordero altogether. He just overshot it a little bit trying to go for the pass back on Castro about 8 laps ago. Has spent the last 8 laps running him back down. Just got by him there in turn 5. This time it's successful. Now Castro, let's see how hungry he is for this podium. Will he try and get him right back into 9? He doesn't, but Cordero defends a little, and that's going to back him up to him. Down the back straightaway here. 2 kart lengths between the pair. Luis Cordero, Ariel Castro. 6 laps to go here. I don't know if Castro has anything for him. Cordero's been the quickest driver on the racetrack half of the last few laps. So as they go to turn number 1, it will take a whole lot for him to get close enough to fight. Through turns 2 and 3 here again. Back over to turn number 4. Luis Cordero, 3, maybe 4 kart lengths ahead of Ariel Castro as they go for 5. Out of 5, now 6. 5 kart lengths between the pair. Nice gap forming, and that is all Cordero wants to see here. Just that gap continue to build and allow him to comfortably hold on to that final podium position. He's too far back right now to challenge William Isaias with too few laps to go. But as the field comes around, 5 more laps here, and he's still got enough of a cushion that even with 5 laps to go, if he does not go any faster, he does not have to worry about Ariel Castro behind him. He is still pushing for everything he's got, though. 2/10 quicker than race leader Renato Yater-David, who has backed it down to a 49.4, matching the pace of William Isaias, who is 5 seconds back from him. And then again, 3.5 back from Isaias is Cordero, who has finally secured that 3rd spot over Ariel Castro. 4.5 laps remaining here for X30 Master, presented by Orsilon Racing. We'll take one final commercial break, and then our last race of the 2021 Superkarts USA Winter Series. It'll be the X30 Senior Division presented by Rollison Performance Group. They've got 22 laps on the boards here with Ryan Norberg and Arias Duke-Medjin separated by less than 27 points coming into the main event here today, and especially even less than that when you factor in drops. It's going to be super close for both of them. Norberg starts on the pole, Duke-Medjin a little bit further back. Double sticks coming in the air this time. Renato Yater-David. 2 more laps around AMR Motorplex to close out and continue that perfect winning streak he has started years ago in the X30 Master class. An unprecedented level of dominance that no other driver, Masters or not. Oh, and we've got a spinner on the front stretch. Dan Breitenstein's high-sided on the curbing. He was running in the 5th position, just now fallen back to 6th behind Michael Ariema. And Breitenstein went on the backside of the flagman, which means he's not going to get scored by crossing over outside the timing loop. So they're going to have to manually score him, hopefully, and still count that lap. But it's put him way back down the order. I think behind Francisco Marquez. I think he's got that lap counted actually now, so he should be good. But Breitenstein back to 7th. White flag coming here for the race leader, though. Renato Yater-David, one more lap around. Breitenstein, again, was inside the top 5. Would have been the best finish yet for the X30 Master driver. Unfortunate that he won't be able to celebrate that, but it's still been a great performance nonetheless. For everyone else here on the final lap, William Isaias has given every bit of chase that he can. He's done a great job trying to take the fight to Renato Yater-David. Yesterday came up a little bit short to Miguel Meyer, but today, keeping his nose clean, is going to hold that second spot nice and easily. Luis Cordero looking to punch into third and get onto the box after a failed attempt, picking himself back up and going back after it and earning that third place position once again. Down the backstretch for the final time for round number 4, win number 4 in the series title. Your winner and master, Renato Yater-David. William Isaias will come around here to finish in second. Cordero will finish in third. Castro, again, an overnight sensation, joining the grid to finish fourth. And Michael Ariema benefiting there from the chaos on the final lap with Breitenstein going around. Will round the top 5. A short commercial break, the final one we'll have on our EKN Radio Network live stream and our live coverage of the SCUSA Winter Series Championship Weekend. Coming up next, it's the headline division, X30 Senior, after this.
You're listening to turn-by-turn coverage of the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida. This weekend's broadcast is brought to you by Allenberg Racing Schools, Parolin USA, Kart Sport North America, and Cooper Tires. It all started in 1994, when former successful kart driver Albino Parolin decided to move his passion for karting from the track to his small workshop. That's when Parolin was born. Fast forward 20 years, and Parolin's passion for the sport led to the company rejoining international competitions as a factory team in WSK and CIK FIA races, with the aim of enhancing the research and development process, immediately achieving notable results around Europe, North America, and Asia, becoming the CIK FIA Asia Pacific KZ champion in the same year. Parolin USA is North America's source for Parolin products, and we run a factory team at all of the major Superkarts USA and Rock Cup USA events. The Parolin chassis lineup for 2021 includes the Invader Shifter, the Le Mans Tag single-speed chassis for junior and senior classes, and the 28mm mini kart for the cadet classes. Parolin has been winning races all over the world, and it's on top of the podium in the USA as well, with drivers like Kai Sorensen, Mateus Orjuela, and Alessandro De Tullio. Get on the chassis that's winning. Drive a Parolin. For more information, head to ParolinUSA.com. If you're searching for a program to elevate you in the motorsports ladder, Crosslink Competition is your next step. Crosslink Competition provides arrive and drive programs that include driver coaching, data analysis, and an engine rental program for all major events in the 2021 season. Team Crosslink is scheduled to compete at the Superkarts USA Pro Tour, Rock Cup USA, and the United States Pro Kart Series events, along with regional and local programs from their home base in Texas. Crosslink Competition is a full retail shop for the Xpree chassis and OTK kart parts. Many new and used packages are available right now through their Dallas headquarters. For drivers interested in making the jump from karting to cars, Crosslink provides a streamlined opportunity for you. Team Crosslink and Kiwi Motorsports is a championship-winning operation in the F4 United States Championship program, providing the perfect transition within the same. Drivers looking to compete with the elite level karting program or pick up gently used team equipment are asked to call 214-432-4413. Be sure to follow them on all social media platforms at Team Crosslink. Now back to the Superkarts USA Winter Series, live from the Cooper Tire Broadcast Center at AMR Motorplex, presented by MG Tires in Homestead, Florida, on the EKN Radio Network.
Welcome back here to AMR Homestead-Miami Motorplex, our live coverage on the EKN radio network down in Homestead, Miami, live from the Team Cooper Tire Tower, presented by Kart Sport North America, Allenberg Racing Schools, and Parolin USA. It is time to go racing one more time. Rollison Performance Group X30 Senior getting set to go onto the racetrack. It is the tightest championship fight out of every division we have seen. It is also the class that lines the fence, packs the grandstands. It's what everybody comes to see. Ryan Norberg trying to end that winless streak. He was so close yesterday, has been so close all series. Now he leads the point standings. He's got to think big picture too. The SCUSA Winter Series awards either a ticket to the Miami International Final or to SCUSA Super Nationals with a free, fully funded entry and tires. A couple $1,000 on the line in value there. He's only got about 20 points over Arias Duke-Medjin when you factor in the drops. Might even be a little bit less than that. It will be heads-up racing between Ryan Norberg and Arias Duke-Medjin pretty much to decide who gets the title. Duke-Medjin did not get a good start in the pre-final, got bullied backwards. He's still looking pretty good rolling P4, but Norberg won the pre-final. He rolls off P1. Connor Zilish, representing for the rookies, rolls off on the outside of the front row on the Nitro kart. Thomas Annunziata makes it 2 rookies on the front 2 rows. Then it's Matias Ramirez, Diego Ramos, Brandon Tyner, Sebastian Montoya, Thomas Neveau, and Brent Cruz. Here we go. Final time in Homestead. Let's go racing one more time. Big jump on the back of the field for Hayden Jones, Tyler McIntyre. We've got Rex in the back. 4, 5, 6 cars collected over in turn 1. It's all good up in the front of the field, though. Great start for Connor Zilish to go to third, not lose too much time. Thomas Annunziata to second. Where is Arias Duke-Medjin? He is buried in the back about 8th or 9th. So not a great start here for Duke-Medjin. Not a great start for the outside line in general. Norberg to the lead. Annunziata second. Zilish third. Ramirez fourth. Yesterday, Thomas Annunziata was close, got a decent run altogether. Sends it deep there into turn 12. What a good run here for the rookie. He's looking really strong early on. Thomas Annunziata got a big-time boost in confidence with that KA Senior win earlier on today. Also got a little more time on the racetrack. Here he goes for the lead on lap 2. Thomas Annunziata to the top spot. And the rookie leads over to turn 5. Ryan Norberg going to wait behind him here, see how he does. And Annunziata sends it there. Oh, contact. Brandon Tyner and Matias Ramirez get together. And Arias Duke-Medjin somehow cuts through, goes to 4th. That was absolutely insane. Everybody just had the gas down trying to avoid the wreck. Duke-Medjin cuts through, and now up to P4. He sees his championship rival 2 seconds up the road. Here comes Norberg. He signals to Zilish. Let's work together. Down the inside for the lead. Ryan Norberg back to the top spot. Connor Zilish back to second. Annunziata shuffled all the way to third. Battle for 5th. Here comes Sebastian Montoya on Thomas Neveau. He's through. P5 for Montoya. Sebastian Montoya had the pace to challenge for the win yesterday, but he had a flat tire in the pre-final after getting through to the lead. So he's going to be a little further back. Battling outside the top 10 here. Lucas Stako, Brent Cruz, Aaron Benoit trying to rebound after what was a dismal run early on in the weekend. He is into the top 10 now with all the chaos. Connor Zilish working with Ryan Norberg. Now he wants to go to the lead. Connor Zilish to the top spot in turn 1. Norberg back to second. Annunziata is still third. And also Sebastian Montoya, local kid from Miami, Florida, up to P4. Now he's going to lose it. Duke-Medjin right back down the inside. Thomas Neveau going with him. Montoya going to fight back on Neveau into turn 5. And he's going to bring Diego Ramos alongside. Ramos side by side with Neveau. He's through. They got a lap driver up at the front. He's going to get black flag pulled off the racetrack here. One of the Parolin entries, I believe. Down the backstretch, Connor Zilish pulling a little bit of a gap. What an upset it would be if Connor Zilish played spoiler to one of his coaches over the last few years, kept him out of the top step of the podium. Out of turn 4, though, Ryan Norberg looking decent. Connor Zilish looking really good. 2 kart lengths, the bubble between the 3 of them. And Arias Duke-Medjen beginning to roll. Now, as long as Duke-Medjen doesn't get a cut course penalty for avoiding the wreck with Brandon Tyner and Matias Ramirez, he could be in really good shape here. He's starting to get going, pulling away a little from Sebastian Montoya, who has finally gotten rid of Thomas Neveau for the moment. Let's see them come down the backstretch. Norberg closing in on Zilish. 1 kart length back through turn 12. We saw Connor make a couple mistakes in the pre-final, couple mistakes yesterday in the main event, and it cost him dearly. Cost him a chance at a podium and a chance potentially at the win. And now here in his debut weekend with the Nitro Kart Factory team, he is trying to run for OTK USA in the red speed, red colored Nitro Kart livery. Looking good out in front. Yellow down in turn 1. One of the crosslink entries in the outside retaining wall. And that might actually be Diego or one of the Ardiles brothers trying to identify who we've got down in turn 1. That's far away from me down, but the track crew going to get him cleared off the racetrack. It looks to be okay. Looks like our crosslink drivers are fine, so not one of them. My mistake to those guys. Someone further back in the field. Up front, Ryan Norberg has caught up to Zilish. Here he goes for the lead. Ryan Norberg to the inside in turn 1. Got him. Connor Zilish back down to second. Annunziata still third. All this battling up front. Arias Duke-Medjen, Sebastian Montoya, Diego Ramos. They are coming forward. Out of turn number 4, we'll take a look at the gap of what they've got. Montoya last time by was 3/10 quicker than Connor Zilish. Now Norberg might be a little bit faster, but for all 3 of those guys, he's pulling a couple tenths a lap. It could be a 6-kart train up front very soon, and Norberg knows it. He's got to go. Got to get away from Zilish. Hopefully they'll get to Zilish and Annunziata, not have time to get to him. Montoya again with a big run towards Duke-Medjen. Down to turn 1, no move made yet here for 4th, but he is close. Duke-Medjen 48 flat. Norberg a 48 flat also. Not what the guys 4th, 5th, and 6th wanted to see. They need Zilish to battle with him a little bit more, but if Connor Zilish waits too long, he may even lose sight of Norberg. Over to turn 5 here as they try to work together. Thomas Annunziata right there. Here's Montoya for 4th. Got through on Duke-Medjen. So Sebastian Montoya back ahead of him. This time, we'll see if they're willing to follow Montoya. He has not made a lot of friends, it seems like, with the way he's getting treated. I can't say I've seen him do anything wrong here this weekend, but he has definitely not gotten any love. Didn't really have much back in January either. But Duke-Medjen going to push him down to turn 12. We'll see how they go now with Montoya leading the group. Connor Zilish pushing Ryan Norberg away from Thomas Annunziata just a little bit as of last time. Another kart length or 2 added to the gap for both of them. Down to turn number 5 here. Again, Thomas Neveau running 7th. Aaron Benoit is 8th under pressure from Nathan Cicero. Cicero is through. So move Cicero on by. Benoit, then it's Brandon Tyner, then Brent Cruz. Little gap to Riley Can. Matias Ramirez, after getting spun in turn 5, is still back inside the top 15. So good recovery for the Speed Concepts Racing driver, but definitely a frustrating weekend for him. Norberg with a look backwards again. He knows he's got to think smart about this one. Zilish pushing him. If Zilish goes by, I don't know how long you wait if you're Norberg to go back by him. Because if they pass any bit more, Sebastian Montoya is going to catch that group. Sebastian Montoya, 2/10 faster than anybody else on the racetrack last time by. 47.683. So the Team Montoya Tony Kart rolling up towards the top 3. We are still not yet at the halfway point. Lots of time left here in this 22-lap feature race. Ryan Norberg with a good exit here. Zilish closing back up to him. Will stay right in line as they go through 12. Annunziata still right there. And again, Sebastian Montoya. He is bringing Arias Duke-Medjen and Diego Ramos to the leaders. That time by Montoya, 47.76. Norberg, 47.80. So still even a 0.5 advantage As long as it stays in the plus column, he should get there pretty soon. Only a second back from Thomas Annunziata now. And again, Duke Medjin pushing him, helping him forward. This is exactly what Duke Medjin needs. He needs Norberg to go backwards, lose some more points if he wants to win this Winter Series title. He already took the one in KA100 Senior, even with the crash. But both of these guys are hardcore racers, and they have developed a budding rivalry over the last few months that they have raced each other the last few Superkarts USA events. Another half-tenth chipped off. Montoya, 47.84. Norberg and Zilisch, a 47.9. So they are still closing in. Another pass or another couple good laps from Sebastian, they will really get there. Thomas Annunziata trying to stay close as they go through turn 5. Good exit here out of turn 9 for Montoya. Got a little bit of a gap over Duke Medjin. He's going to be within a second of Annunziata, but Annunziata as well starting to find his rhythm. He's closing in on the leaders also. Last time was a half-tenth quicker. Let's see what they look this time by the line. Norberg, 47.93. A 47.7 for Annunziata, a 47.8 for Montoya. They're all coming together. And now, with Duke Medjin going through to 4th, Ramos side by side with Montoya. Big time change, and for the lead, Zilisch goes through. Right as they started making room forward. Now Norberg back on Zilisch. Annunziata can't get by. Sebastian Montoya, man, you cannot feel anything but frustration for the kid. Was leading them forward for a good bit, and right as they started to get going, Duke Medjin sends him to the wolves, and then he has to fight with Ramos through turn 3. They both just lost about a second in the exchange. And now Duke Medjin, no drafting help whatsoever with the pass. He's close, though. Needs another pass or two from Zilisch. So Duke Medjin with the pass, 47.8, 1.4 seconds back from the race leader. Zilisch back pushing Norberg again. He tried to pass. Norberg didn't like that, wanted to go back to the lead. Will he go for it in 5? No, he's going to wait there. Annunziata continuing to wait. And again, Duke Medjin on the charge. A high-speed chess match, much like what we saw yesterday. Now with Zilisch pushing Norberg. I think they're going to go quicker than probably anybody else on the racetrack right now. 47.8 for Norberg and Zilisch. 47.79 for Arias Duke Medjin. Down to 1.3 seconds. Montoya, 48 flat. Starting to flatline a little bit there in the 358. Diego Ramos is going to have to deal with Thomas Neveau pretty soon. Neveau just hit his stride last time by. Couple tenths away. Arias Duke Medjin can almost taste the draft off Thomas Annunziata. As soon as he gets a couple tenths closer, he's going to really suck up here at the end of the back straightaway and the end of the front stretch to turn 1. He just needs a little bit more. He's got the time. 7 to go this time by. Zilisch, Norberg, Annunziata all hooked up. Duke Medjin is still faster by 0.2 of a second that time by. 48 flats for Norberg and Zilisch. 47.8 for Arias Duke Medjin. Again, this is going to have a whole lot of weight and punch to it if Duke Medjin and Norberg end up at the final 2 on the final lap. Fighting for not just the race win, but for the championship. They both have been frustrated with each other. Norberg was furious after yesterday. He's become so close to getting that win, to getting the more maximum points. And Duke Medjin just had the better car, better drive overall. He ended up having about a 3/10 advantage at the line, and it was just too consistent. Norberg threw everything he had. He couldn't get it. And you know how hungry he is to finally get back to the top step, to be so close. Had a win get taken away with a pushback bumper penalty back in round 1. And that win was only because Duke Medjin and him wrecked, with Duke Medjin nosing ahead. As they go to turn 3 here, Arias Duke Medjin, 47.7. And now, for the lead, Zilisch is through. Annunziata is also through. Norberg back to 3rd. Here comes Duke Medjin. Late move on the brakes on Norberg. He's got him for 3rd. Unbelievable stuff from Arias Duke Medjin. Now, it's the rookie show out in front. Connor Zilisch leading the way. Thomas Annunziata second. Ryan Norberg is watching his championship hopes drive away here in Miami. 6 laps to go this time by. Zilisch, your leader, out of the final corner. Arias Dukmedjan is charging forward here. He still has the pace to get there. Here comes Sebastian Montoya and Diego Ramos back into the mix as well. Thomas Netbo is on the way. Connor Zilisch, little bobble there coming out of turn 4. Thomas Annunziata is only a kart length back. Again, Arias Dukmedjan closing in. Norberg, big mistake there in turn 5. Runs it wide. Loses even more time now to the leaders. The good news for Norberg is that Dukmedjan is going to get up there, and he knows to fully secure this championship, he's got to keep Norberg behind him. He's probably got to get a few more spots for insurance. Quick look behind. Here we go. Connor Zilisch, Thomas Annunziata, 5 to go in Homestead. Four to go, my correction. 4 laps remaining. We might have as many as 6 or 7 drivers battling for the win. Connor Zilisch out of turn 4. Again, Annunziata right there. Arias Dukmedjan, 3 kart lengths back, make it 2 in turn 5. Ryan Norberg still back about a second from the top 3. He needs them to fight really hard, really soon. 3 laps to go this time by. Connor Zilisch, Thomas Annunziata, Arias Dukmedjan, your top 3. 2 kart lengths back from Zilisch. Again, the rookie leading in his debut weekend, trying to score a big-time upset victory. Here comes Dukmedjan, closing in on Annunziata. 3 to go, 2 kart lengths back to Annunziata. Now only 1 kart length from Annunziata to Dukmedjan. Arias Dukmedjan has been the master of closing in on the final lap. Did it to Aaron Benoit on Sunday in January. He's hunting again here in February. 1 kart length away from Annunziata. Not the best exit there. Connor Zilisch still leading here. 2 to go this time by. They know Dukmedjan's coming. He's been the fastest driver on the racetrack all main event long. Sebastian Montoya right there with him. Just needs a little more. If he would have had a little better luck early, he might be in this fight also. 2 to go this time. Double sticks for Connor Zilisch. 2 laps to try and secure a rookie victory in X30 Senior. It is the most stacked class in North American karting on one of the biggest stages that the series have to offer. The national scene has treated Connor Zilisch and Thomas Annunziata very well in the junior ranks. They are holding their own here in senior. Annunziata a couple weekends in. Zilisch his 2nd national weekend in senior. And he's pulling away. 3 kart lengths out in front for Connor Zilisch. Dukmedjan, everything he's got. I don't know if it'll be enough for the title. It's only 20 points back from 3rd, or 15 points from 3rd to 4th. 155 points for Dukmedjan, 140 for Norberg. They came in 27 apart without drops. With drops, I think Dukmedjan may even be closer. 1 more lap around though. Connor Zilisch has got a nice cushion. Dukmedjan needs to get this next spot. If he wants to absolutely, without a doubt, secure the championship, he needs to get to 2nd. He might still get it in 3rd. We don't know that for sure. Annunziata, 1 kart length ahead. Zilisch, 3 kart lengths out in front. Half a lap to go. Ryan Norberg looks like he's just about set here in 4th. Montoya will not get there. Annunziata takes a look back frantically. Here comes Dukmedjan. This could be for the title for 2nd if he does it on the backstretch. Annunziata sees him, looking, blocks. Dukmedjan can't find a hole, and Connor Zilisch wins round 4. Annunziata finishes 2nd. Arias Dukmedjan finishes 3rd. Norberg is 4th. And the rookie, Connor Zilisch for Nitro Kart, scores the big-time victory here at round number 4. And again, we're going to run the point standings, run them a couple times. That is going to be going down in history as one of the closest SKUSA Winter Series championship fights, if not for last year, between Hannah Greenemeyer and Ryan Norberg. What an unbelievable way here to sign off the 2021 SKUSA Winter Series. Connor Zilisch, a rookie victory. And again, the points going straight to the Excel spreadsheet to figure out if we've got Ryan Norberg defending his title as the champion or a new double champion in town in Arias Dukmedjan. And just confirmed, with Arias Dukmedjan finishing third, 15 points, the margin of victory. He is your 2021 SCUSA Winter Series X30 Senior Class Champion. Norberg will be the vice champion, just 15 short and one position. That was the difference there. They would have tied on points coming without, I believe, the change, and it would have gone down to tiebreakers, race wins, penalties, everything out there. But 15 points. Arias Dukmedjan, your KA Senior and X30 Senior champion, if they all make it through the Tech Barn. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in live on the EKN Radio Network from the Team Cooper Tire Tower, my name is Xander Clements. It's been a pleasure taking over the reins for Rob Howden for a weekend. Of course, he'll be back very soon for a couple other events on the EKN Trackside Live Tour. This event, of course, was brought to you by the Allenberg Racing Schools, Kart Sport North America, and Paralyn USA. For everyone here for the Superkarts USA team, for all of us at eKartingNews.com, David Cole and myself, we will see you guys next time.
Thank you for joining us from the Superkarts USA Winter Series in Homestead, Florida. Our EKN Trackside Live coverage, audio production, and social media was managed by David Cole. We were pleased to have Xander Clements providing the commentary. Big thank you to our broadcast partners this weekend: Allenberg Racing Schools, Kart Sport North America, Paralyn USA, and Team Cooper Tire. This EKN live broadcast is copyrighted by eKartingNews.com and the Howden Media Group. This is Rob Howden, and thank you for tuning in this weekend and throughout the entire 2021 season.